Hey guys. Hey Rochelle. Hey Cool Gamer. Hey everybody coming in. I'm hoping you're having a good Sunday. Happy Father's Day to you if you're a father. Okay. Happy Father's Day. Give me just 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay. Welcome guys. Thank you so much for joining today. I'm hoping that I won't be here for too long. Well, I know I won't be here for too long. I'm just dropping in real quick to talk about something I saw online today about I don't even know if it's true. I saw something, I was reading something online today, and I'm like, is this even true? And whether or not it's true, why not come on here and talk about it real quick? It is something having to do with a dad and his family, and I want you to listen, or maybe just read because I'm going to pull it up on the screen, and I want you to tell me what you think about the whole situation, and probably what would you do if you were caught up in this type of situation. And happy Father's Day again. Let me say it one more time. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out here who are listening. Okay. And if you're catching this on the replay, happy Father's Day to you too. You know? All right. And once again, good morning. Well, it's not morning. Good afternoon to you, Cool Gamer. Good afternoon to you, Rochelle. And good afternoon to you also, Caramel Buddy. Hoping you're having a good Sunday so far. What have you guys been doing to celebrate Father's Day? Is your father around? Did you do something for your children's father? What did you do? And how have you been spending your day so far? For some people, just as Mother's Day is, a pretty sad day for them. For some people, it's the same thing on Father's Day. So while everyone is enjoying their day, going about doing stuff for their dad, there are some people who are missing their father tremendously on their fathers on this day, and it's kind of overwhelming for them. There's always sadness. With the joy comes sadness, I'm telling you. With the joy comes sadness for some people. So if you know of a friend or somebody in your family that today they don't have that opportunity to celebrate Father's Day, call them and say something nice to them. Be there for them for a few minutes. Do something. It's really hard for some people out here. It really is. For some holidays and stuff, it really is hard for some people. So be mindful of that. You may have a friend, probably didn't think about it. Their dad passed, and it's a really tough day for them. Really, it does happen. Anywho, let me pull up what I was talking about. So this is welcome to those who are just coming in. I won't be on here for too long. Okay, so I was reading this, so here we go. Let me pull it up real quick. Okay, cool. So this is a quick article I'm gonna read. Well, not article. I don't even know what it is. Happy Strictly Platinum. Happy Father's Day. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Happy Father's Day. I think you are. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Sunday. Hope you're enjoying your Father's Day so far. Okay. So happy Father's Day to you. I was looking at this situation here with a dad. I don't know how true it is. Hey, Miss Gerald. Happy Sunday, Miss Gerald. Give me a second, guys. Hey, Vibrant. Well, I should have done it tonight, but I don't know what's going to happen later on. So I'm like, let me just get this over with real quick. Welcome. And hey to everybody coming in. And Cool Gamer, also, if you're a dad, happy Father's Day to you too. And welcome to everyone coming in. So this is what I found. And I said, okay, let me talk about this real quick. It took me a quick second to figure out what this AITA meant. And I'm like, okay, I have to remember the world we're living in right now. Everything is short. Yeah. Okay, is abbreviated. Okay. So the AITA right here means at hold on. Hmm. Oh, am I the asshole? That's what the AITA means. I'm like, what? Hey, Latasha, welcome. So, AITA. So, okay, so now that we got that out of the way, because, girl, I just found out that's what it meant. Okay. After looking at it for like a few minutes, I'm like, so why is this at the beginning of the sentence again? And of course, a little context clue. Okay. So, am I the asshole for cutting off support to my daughter? Okay. So that's what is on the screen. Let me remove myself and let's see. Let's see. How do I do it? I'm using my phone. Hold on, guys. How do I do? Okay, I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. We'll work with it this way. Okay. Okay. I am 52. That's the male. That's the father. I have 3 children with my ex Tracy, and she's also 50. The 3 children are Michael, Linda, and Victoria. We split because Tracy had an affair with Stan, who is 55, to whom she's now married. Ooh, 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 ooh. To whom she's now married. We never shared with the kids the reason for the divorce, as I didn't want them to blame either of us. This backfired as the kids saw their mom move out of the house into a small apartment and me keep living in the house and remarried 2 years after the divorce. So they saw me as the bad guy. Stan and Tracy let them pretty much do whatever they wanted, and I had to be the disciplinarian who made sure homework was done, appointments were made, and deadlines were met. Okay. Whew. My 2 oldest eventually came to realize that I was not the bad guy. My son, when he found out that his mother had put nothing away for college for him as outlined in our divorce decree, and she told him to take out loans. My daughter, when she realized that her grades were going to keep her out of her desired program in school. Hey, Connie girl, we're going to be discussing something real quick, Connie. Welcome, girl. My youngest never came around, so it was a surprise when her boyfriend asked for my blessing to ask for her hand. When I expressed that I didn't think she'd care about my blessing, he said she insisted on it. She began spending time with me, being polite to my wife, and it felt, wonderful to have my daughter back. I went with them to book the venue, and they'll be getting married next summer. I paid the deposit and the first installment. Okay, let's wait for the next slide to come up. I noticed that she was becoming less communicative again. I recently, sorry, I noticed that she was becoming less communicative again recently, ignoring my texts or giving one-word replies and not coming over as much. On Monday, my son sent me a post from Instagram. Hey, newbie! Send me a post from Instagram. My youngest had an engagement party this week to which I was not invited. One of the photos was her with Stan, and it read, anyone can be a father. It takes a real man to be a dad. This amazing guy has been my dad for 15 years. even though he didn't have to be. I'm so blessed to have him walk me down the aisle next year. Daddy's hashtag daddy's girl. Hashtag future Mrs. X. Oh my God. Hey, Voodoo. Welcome. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, I forgot I can't speak English. I'm gonna have to play this thing for you guys to read on your own. Anyways, let's keep going. I repeated my question and she replied that no, Stan, her dad, would be. Hold on. Something's gotta be missing. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see something real quick. Something is missing. I repeated my question and she replied that no, Stan, her dad, would be walking her down the aisle. I told her that if that's what she wanted, I would be fine with it. I told her to let Stan know the next payment for the wedding is due in November. Stan and Tracy do not have the money for this wedding and think I'm being an asshole. Linda says if I do this, Victoria will never speak to me again. Michael is on my side. Okay, that's about it. I hope you guys were able to, read with me or read on your own. But for those who didn't, because a girl can't speak English, I'm going to go ahead and play it by itself so you could go ahead and watch it for yourself, okay? So let's go. Let me put the actual video on. Ready? So I'm going to play it. You could read it for yourself. Let me go on mute. Well, I just hope you got to read it. Okay. I hope you did. The point of this whole thing is this. There's this guy, he's in his 50s, and so too his wife. They were together. The wife cheated on him. And they ended up getting a divorce. Okay. So the three children moved in with the mom in a small apartment while he kept the home, right? There was an arrangement made, but in the divorce decree. You couldn't read it that fast. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Let me try one more time. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. Hold on. Let me try it one more time. Hold on. I'm gonna have it go slower, Connie. So there we go. You can read it for yourself, guys. I'm gonna go on mute and I'm gonna make it go by slowly so you could read it for yourself. Okay. I'm pretty sure you read that. I went as slowly as possible. Hey, I'm the new management. Okay, there you go. So I want to get you guys. I want you see the you guys. I want to get what you guys think about this whole thing. Now I'm going to repeat what happened. So there's this guy. He's in his 50s. So to his wife, well, his ex-wife. They were living together. The wife cheated on him, right? And she decided they got a divorce. She had to move out. He stayed in the home. She went with the children. The what the wife did was let it be, seem as if he was the one who, caused the divorce to happen, because they had agreed originally not to, say what happened and, just go their own ways, right? However, he noticed that the children were not, as receptive to him as before. They weren't talking to him like before. And he noticed something just wasn't right. Okay. So what did he do? He still made sure, that they got what they needed. He still took care of their bills, still did what he needed to do as a father and stuff, right? But somewhere along the somewhere along the line, the new person that the mom got married to, the new person that the mom got married to, they didn't do things like make sure their homework was done, take care of certain appointments. Hey, Chocolate Cocoa, they just allowed the children to do what they wanted to do. There was no discipline. There was nothing. There were no deadlines met. Nothing. Right. Later on, the oldest children started to realize that, you know, my dad isn't actually what my mom is making him out to be. You know, no, he's actually a good person. Also, they found out that the wife did not play her role in making sure that, money was put away for their college and stuff. And she just told them, you know what, go take student loans out, go do something to get to college. So she didn't even care enough to get that done. Sometime along the way, his youngest child, um who of course didn't come around like the older ones did, suddenly started talking to him out of nowhere, started talking to him and asking, oh, um she made her boyfriend come to him and ask, for blessings to marry her. And he was okay. He was cool with that. It's his daughter. So he was cool with that. Um, but guess what? He went ahead. He did what the father should do because he noticed she started spending way more time with him than before. She started to be extremely polite to him and his new wife. And he started to feel good. He's like, oh, wow, I finally got my daughter back, She's finally back. She's actually warming up to me again because, they had moved. So the, they were mostly with the mom. So um later on, he got to find out that I'm sorry, somewhere along the line he paid for the first deposit for, the wedding and everything. And somewhere along the line he got a message. He also realized that his daughter wasn't speaking to him as much, and there was a whole engagement party that he wasn't invited to. The photo on that engagement party was that of the new father that the mom married. So she was doing all that, keeping all of these, events and so on without inviting her dad or anything. And he was just pretty much left out of the loop, you know. And the father decided, okay, let me go ahead and ask what is going on. Why is it that my daughter is here saying, oh, um anyone can be a father. It takes a real man to be a dad. And oh, this guy has been so amazing. He's been a dad to me for 15 years and he didn't have to. I'm so blessed to have him walk me down the aisle. All of that shit. Hey, Regina. Uh, and she's like, hashtag daddy's girl. And he was like, what is really going on here? So he texted the wife to ask why he wasn't included in the wedding or anything. And the wife simply replied that, the daughter doesn't want any drama. The daughter doesn't want his new wife there and all of that. So he's like, okay, so is Stan, your new husband, going to be walking her down the aisle? And she was like, yes, he's going to be walking me down the aisle. So he continued to ask about this new husband. Is he going to be walking her down the aisle? And of course, he found out this is what's going to happen. So of course, the biological dad says, "Look, listen to me. Since Stan is now the father, and he's been a father to you for 15 years, please allow Stan to know that he's going to pay for the rest of the aisle. I'm sorry, he's going to pay for the rest of the wedding. Let him know that the payment for the wedding is due in November. Thank you." That's pretty much it. And I want you to tell me, what do you think about this whole situation? Do you think the biological father is wrong for what he did? Or do you think the daughter should be blamed for what she did? That is what I want to know. I hope I'm not being long winded today, but that's just basically it. It's Father's Day, and I just wanted you guys to tell me what you think, what you thought about what the father did. Let me know if you agree or disagree. So I'll be looking in the chat as well as I put the link in the chat. So let me know what you think. Do you think the father is the so-called asshole at this point for deciding that he wasn't going to pay for the wedding? I'm going to tell you what I think straight off the bat. You lived with me for years. Your freaking mom cheated on me, and we decided not to tell you. And you went on and have your own life with your new husband, got remarried, so did I. And no, you weren't talking to me or anything, but the moment you decided that you're getting married and you're going to be needing some money, you're going to be needing financial help, you're going to be coming around to me, okay? You're looking at me as an ATM. Is that what you think? You're looking at me as an ATM, and you're going to get married, and I'm supposed to foot the bill. But at the same time, I have absolutely nothing to do with the wedding. I cannot walk you down the aisle. I wasn't invited to your engagement party. You made a whole card, an invitation, and everything. I wasn't included on it. You're the only person who you called your now dad was on that. And then me, who is not your dad, all of a sudden I'm supposed to foot the bill for for this wedding. You gotta be crazy. I am on the side of the dad. I am on the side of the dad. I don't care. Everybody's saying, "Oh no, oh no, um, you're her dad. You're supposed to. You're supposed to." Well, the girl pretty much said it online to a whole lot of people that Stan was her dad for 15 years. So if Stan was her dad and she was so happy for Stan to be the dad, allow Stan to go foot the bill. That girl is a user, and it seems as if her mom encouraged her to be a user also, because she didn't speak to him until she wanted help with her wedding. That is why she forced her boyfriend to go to him to ask for her hand in marriage. Okay. And he was doing his duty as a dad. He was so shocked that she came around. He was happy that his daughter finally came around, and he was doing what he wanted to do to assist as a dad. And please note, not because you're the child's father, it doesn't mean you have to pay for the wedding. Let's be very clear about that, okay? And if you're going to help, you got two parents. What about the mom? Now it should be all three of you helping to foot the bill for that wedding. What about the husband, your soon to be husband? What about his family? He's supposed to be helping. So you should be getting financial help from both sides, for all I know, for all I care. That's how I feel. I don't think the dad did anything wrong at all. I really don't. I don't think he did anything wrong. He already did. He already put the he already made two payments. He did the deposit and the first payment. So I think the dad that she's now boasting about of only 15 years, who her mom married, he should go ahead and foot the bill for the wedding. That's just how I see it. Let me go now to the chat to see what you guys think. So I'm going to go ahead and read what you guys have, as well as if you want to, you can click the link. I think I dropped the link twice. I'll drop it one more time for those who want to come up and tell what you think. But that's pretty much how I feel. And I don't care. They say I am a, what do they call me? A male identified crap, something like that. They call me on here. I'll take it. Let me go to this chat real quick. So let me see what you guys think. It was a little story. I don't know if I talked too much about it, but let me see what you guys think. Hey, just Andrea. Hey, everybody coming in. Regina, Newbie, everyone. Latasha. I think I said hey to Latasha. And Regina is saying happy Father's Day to everyone. Happy Father's Day, guys. Hey, the state of being. The state of being says he wasn't wrong at all to not even invite him to the engagement party. I would have been upset too. She had a whole engagement party. This was planned. He didn't even know about it until, after he wasn't invited to his daughter's engagement party. And she wants him to foot the bill to cover everything for the wedding. You got to be kidding me. She didn't invite him. She went as far as to put her mother's husband on the engagement invitation. And this is the man who didn't do much for her. The father felt some kind of way because even while the divorce happened and they weren't living together, he was still taking care of his responsibilities. He was still making sure they went to school, making sure deadlines were met. He was still playing his role as a dad. The mom, obviously, the mother was obviously feeding those children, you know, with bad, whatever. I don't know what she was talking about this guy. So she made this guy seem as if he wasn't doing anything and he was the bad guy. And it just wasn't fair. As the mom, you don't do that. You don't speak badly about your children's father to them. They don't need to be hearing all of that shit. Strictly Platinum. Okay, let's see what Strictly says. Strictly, again, happy Father's Day to you. Strictly says, I would leave them to it. And I would too. I'm not gonna go try to figure out what was the reason why I was left off an engagement party, why I wasn't invited to an engagement party, while you were saying hashtag daddy's girl. I'm, because this man, this guy is my father for 15 years. I'm not even gonna try to figure out shit. Let him be the dad and also pay for the wedding that you want me to pay for. Okay. The other two children, because it was three of them that he had, the other two children figured out at some point later on that, listen, all these years my mom has been telling me lies. She's been talking down, and stuff about my dad, but it really wasn't true. So they came around and they found out. But the young one took her whole time. That mom had more time to spend to, speak down on the father even more. Let me see. Vibrant Love says, I think there's more to the story, and unfortunately, it's hard to say. He paints himself as a hero, and perhaps he was, but it's his side of things. What does the stepmother say? Uh huh. I think somewhere down, there's only one mention of what the stepmom. Oh, Vibrant, do you mean that maybe you wanted to know if the stepmom was like a drama type of person who, was having issues with the children, or, the ex-wife? I don't know. I didn't hear the side of the of the stepmom, to be honest with you. That's the only part of the whole thing. Let me see if anybody else says something. Miss Gerald is in agreement. Okay, so we got Vibrant saying there's more to the story. So she thinks that the dad is painting himself as a hero. He probably is, but we didn't hear all sides. We got Strictly Platinum says, let them be. Let Stan go ahead and take care of the wedding himself. We got who else? Who else did I read? State of Being said, mm-mm. Let him go and deal with the wedding himself since he's now the dad. And then we got I'm sorry about that, guys. I got a call come in and I'm using my phone for this, so I'm sorry about that. I don't even know what you heard or didn't hear. Okay, let me continue. Hey to those coming in. Hey, viewers of you. Hey, on the new management. Hey, everybody coming in. Okay. Miss Gerald says, let's stand pay for the wedding. Okay. Connie says, Connie says, I'm in the same. There has to be more in between. I ain't selling out my dad for the stepdad. So you're saying there's something more that we probably missed from the whole story. I'm somehow on the daddy's side. I don't know if, you know, I don't know if there were like issues in between with the family and stuff that he didn't mention. I don't know if they had, issues and he's being spiteful. But the point of the matter is, let us say they had issues and stuff. If it was that he's this bad of a guy, why did she need to go to him and not to her dad, her new dad of 15 years, and ask him for permission to marry? Why did he go to the biological dad if she claims the other person as her dad? If she's now claiming Stan as the dad, okay, go to Stan. Don't go to the one that is supposedly this wicked person. Go to Stan. Let Stan, stand in, or let Stan give you away. Don't go to him. I think the main reason why they went to him was for the financial contribution. That's it. Okay, he has money. Mom and my new dad has no money, so let me go to him. He's the ATM at this point, so I'm gonna go to him. That's how I read it. You know what I'm saying? The link is pinned if you guys want to come up. Let me see. The state of being says, hold on. Ooh. The state of being says, oh heck, he already done two payments. Yes, he did. He already made two payments. Oh no, he did the right thing. His two payments was obligation as a father. Let the stepdad pay the rest. I'm in agreement with you too, state of being. Okay. The state of being says, oh, okay. I pay the deposit. I made the first payment. Okay, I did my half. Let's stand your so-called dad be, you know, let him deal with it. Thank you so much, viewers of you. I appreciate you for sharing. Let me see who Andrea says this is sad. Andrea, I don't even know if it's a true story. I found it online. It is sad. Listen, I am the type of person, I'm like this. Family can get it too. If there are some people in here, well, not in here, let us say you got people in your family that, they're not good for the spirit. If you gotta be away from them, be away from them. If you can do it for regular people, family can get it too. That's how I think. Sometimes if you have to step away from toxic relationships, you have to do it. You don't say, "Oh, it's my family, I have to be here." No. Preserve your energy. Okay. Let me keep scrolling down real quick. Vibrant Love says he mentioned the stepmom only to say that the daughter didn't want her at the wedding to avoid drama. Yeah, I saw that part too, Vibrant. So I don't know. Maybe the two moms couldn't get along. So she's saying she doesn't want the drama at her wedding, so I'm not gonna invite the dad because I don't want the stepmom to come. Well, all she had to do was not invite her. That's all she had to do, invite the father only. Can you hear me now? Oh no, is my sound? Hold on. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm way behind. Vibrant Love says also the daughter spent most of her life with the stepfather. So I'm confused about how the dad did all the homework and appointments. She was 8 when they divorced. I think he still played his role. I don't know. Maybe they had to come by his home, maybe I don't know. But he made sure that, well, according to him, let me say it that way. According to him, he made sure that he was still in their life. He did what he had to do and stuff. So, who knows? Maybe he called to check up. Maybe they still went over by his home. Maybe he was still doing his job, picking them up. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't tell. Vibrant Low says something just isn't adding up. Okay. Okay, Vibrant. Connie says, can we try to find out the daughter's perception? Maybe the daughter is a stubborn brat. Or maybe that mom filled that daughter's head with some stuff, to say that man, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. And she started to believe. But then the other two, when they grew up, you notice the other two came around and they were fine with the dad again because they realized that he wasn't the bad guy after all. See, my two oldest eventually came to realize that I was not the bad guy. The son realized that the mom was not doing anything to put away for college, and maybe, they found out that the dad was. Look at that. The daughter, when she realized that her grades were going to keep her out of her desired program in school. So at first, he had mentioned that there was no discipline. They didn't, you know, do what they needed to do in the household to make sure the children were doing what they needed to do at school or whatever. Vibrant says writing checks is nice. However, a father, it does not make. You got that one right. You are so right. Connie says, I need the daughter to come out. I want to hear what the daughter has to say. Vibrant says, I need the daughter to speak. It's right there for me. I get it because we're only hearing the father's account. I get it. Connie says, I was thinking the same. Invite the father only, and if it meant that much to her, have them both walk down with her down the aisle. I agree. Connie, I agree, and that is why if you notice what my thumbnail was, it was both dads and the daughter walking on the aisle because that could have been solved so easily. It could be solved so easily. They could, since she has her biological father still, alive, and she has this new dad that her mom married. Why not have both of them walk you down the aisle, or have one walk you at the first half, and then the other one takes you up to the altar? It could be such a beautiful thing. You know, it could be. It could be, according to him. Connie says, I don't know. Connie says, I don't know. I can't fix this mess. Connie says, I can't fix this mess. I don't know. I don't know. Connie says, I can't. Because we're only hearing from one side. So that's the thing. Vibrant Love says, the son, Michael, was okay with it because the dad, helped with college. So do you think they're all seeing him as an ATM at this point? Connie says both of them should be counted. Strictly Platinum says the daughter is an adult and should get to know her father for herself. And I also think that this problem could be solved. She's getting married to a guy. The guy has parents too. The guy's going to be taking her hand in marriage. What about him paying for some of this? What about him? How about Stan and Tracy chip in? How about the groom's side of the family chip in? And how about her biological dad chip in? So that's three the hard way. How about that? There's so many ways to fix this. Like everybody plays their role. Since he already made the first deposit and he already made the first payment and the deposit. So how about the other people chip in? That's it. Let me see. Vibrant says, I'm going to tell you another thing. The fact that he didn't want to tell the reason for the divorce is a red flag for me. Oh, you think he should have said it to them? What about the fact that he would have probably been trying to protect them as children, so he didn't want the mom to seem too bad? Because when they first got divorced, both of them agreed. Let me go back to the video real quick. Because Vibrant, I think it was both of them that agreed to not let the children know. Let me play it real quick. Here we go. Let me mute and I'm going to play it again. For those who are just coming in, this is what we're doing. Hold on. I'm going to play it one more time so you can see what the story's about. And then tell me if the dad is wrong. Hold on. The mom had an affair. We never shared this with the kids, with the children. The reason for the divorce, as I didn't want them to blame either of us. Do you see this part here where he said she began spending time with me and being polite to my wife? That goes to show she was being a bitch to the wife the entire time. The hell? Baby. You see? Okay, so we're all gonna have different views. There are a lot of what ifs in this thing. Okay. There are a lot of what ifs. We don't know the type of relationship the wife, the new wife had with the children, so we got to also factor that too. And we also don't know the type of relationship that the ex-wife and the new husband had with them also, so we got to also factor that in. That's basically what I came on here to talk about it. Connie's in agreement with Vibrant. Connie's like, come on, somebody. Connie. She says, okay, so Vibrant says that was a red flag. Okay, I see that. Connie says, I've heard of situations similar to this. Strictly Platinum, Connie agrees with you. Connie agrees. Connie says the daughter is an adult and should get to know her father for herself. Maybe they really do need to have a conversation with each other. Vibrant Love says, what about your parents? Biological or step? They do not owe you a wedding. I agree with that. I agree with that. They don't owe you no wedding. You're getting married. You're now an adult. Go pay for your own damn wedding. It should be if they have it or if they can afford to do it. Are you going to tell me that they have to pay for your wedding too? Well, it depends on some people's culture, I guess. It depends. But you're not going to tell me you're going to get married and I owe it to you and I have to pay for your wedding. The daughter and the groom can pay. I agree with that one, Vibrant. Okay. I agree with that. Connie, the mom had an affair. Yep. Yes. Yeah. She cheated on him with Stan, the one who she went on to marry. Yes, to marry. Yes, yes, Rochelle. The mother had an affair and married the guy who she was cheating on her husband with. Yes. Abuse says, Mama's baby, Papa's maybe. Strictly Platinum, we see each other. Okay. Strictly Platinum says, if the two elder children talk to me, I would be okay. That's pretty much sums it up for me. Okay, well, if this one doesn't come around, she'll probably come around somewhere along the line. Probably later on she'll get it, and if she wants to come let us have this talk, maybe we should come and have this talk, you know. But that's that on that. That's it. I agree. And there are so many ways to solve this, and I'm going to wrap up and go. There are so many ways to solve this. Number one, all the family could chip in. So the groom's parents could chip in, the wife, sorry, the bride to be, her mom and her new dad could chip in, and that could be it. Also, I think the group the daughter and her husband could go ahead and pay for the whole wedding for themselves and get over it because nobody owes you anything. That's what happens when you grow up thinking everybody owes you something, and you're a little bit too entitled. There goes another thing. Or another solution could be that both fathers, in quotation marks, could walk her down the aisle. One person walks her halfway down, and the other person walks her to the altar. And those are the suggestions. I don't know anything else. I don't see it no other way. Is there another way? You see, I don't know. Those were the options. Connie said we can't fix this mess, but I think that's it. You know, and if they need to have that conversation, they should. I think if they need to have that conversation before the wedding, they should. And also, I think if it is that I was not, enough for you, if it is that you didn't see it necessary to invite me to your engagement party, if you don't see it necessary to view me as your dad, if you don't see it necessary to have me at your wedding, don't see it necessary for me to pay to cover the cost of your wedding, and that's just it. That's it for me. Connie says she needs the full story. I don't know where to. That's the full story. That's pretty much it. That's all it was. That's all it was, Connie. I don't know. At one point, I was like, look at this hashtag this girl had online saying daddy's girl. Child, I know there are some fathers out there who are not in their children's life, and I get it that some children sometimes they're upset because of their fathers not playing a role, or basically how they treated them while they were growing up and stuff. So I get it, and maybe there are some more things to the story that we haven't heard. I get that too. I really do. So in this situation, we don't know some of the backstory, so I can't 100% take up for the dad because I don't know the type of relationship he has with his youngest. So I'm not 100% in for the dad, but I just think if you think that he is not this person, he's not your dad and stuff, you don't need his money. That's just my point. If he's not the father as you claim, and you think the other person is, let that other person take care of your bill. That's it. That's all. That's it for me. And that's what I think. So we had some different views today. We had some people in the chat saying they need to know the full story, or you know, that person getting married, she's an adult and so too is her man, so they should both go pay for their weddings for themselves. We got some people saying you guys can go ahead and both of you walk her down the aisle. You got some people saying, "Oh, there's more to the story. There has to be a reason why this is happening." So it is what it is, and we're okay. We are okay to have different opinions. Um, Vibrant Love says the groom can pay. The daughter and the groom can pay, and I agree with that too. The daughter and the groom can pay. Okay, they can both go pay, solve the whole freaking problem. And the dad, he already did the two payments, so he did his part. So the other members of the family could go do their part. That's it. That's all. That's it, and that's all. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing. And I'm hoping that for those who are dads in here, that you have a wonderful Father's Day. You deserve it. Ooh, I was just about to go here. We got somebody in the back. Hold on. And I got to make sure it is who I think it is. Hold on. TC, is that you?
West Philadelphia, born and raised. Yes,
In the
TC. That
playground
I'm
is where I spent most of my days. Okay.
my days. Yeah.
Hey,
Even though
TC.
I was raised maybe, but not born. Hey, what's going on, Carrie? Very Carrie.
I'm doing good. How are you?
Excellent. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay.
Happy
Happy
Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Happy
Happy Sunday.
Juneteenth. Freedom, freedom,
Happy
freedom.
Juneteenth to you.
Yes, yes. And happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. To the topic. This is
Right.
a very interesting topic. Hello to the chat. Um, Connie says, you got to know the whole story, and I totally agree. We need to know the whole story. I'd like to know where the father was, where the real father was all this time.
Apparently, he was still in the picture. Hey, sweet no. He was
See
because he did mention somewhere throughout the whole. Did you get to see the whole? Let me ear quote
I
article.
well, I did. I saw it. I did see it, but I mean, I have seen what you all saw. So, I mean, I, this person, the stepfather, for the lack of what we're talking about, just so the other gentleman who was like her father, but
Hmm.
not biological. He he was there. He did things for her. He was there.
Well, they lived
So I'm
with
not.
him. They lived because the mom
And
moved out and lived with him, and the three
right,
children lived with him. So that's all they know. That's all they saw. But the other guy, the biological father, said he was still there. He was still helping out. He was still making sure he was at the appointments. He was still playing his role, according to him. Let me say that part. According to him.
yeah, okay. Yeah. So she moved out because he was so supportive and she moved out. Okay. But I mean, you
No,
can still be
she
you
moved
can still
out because she cheated on him. She cheated on him and they got a divorce. And the person who she was cheating on him with, they moved in together and got married. That's the new dad.
it gets juicier than this. Okay. I did not know this, y'all. Thank you.
Yeah,
What?
so they were together. The mom and dad, they were together. The mom cheated, according to the article. I gotta keep saying according to the article. According to him, the mom cheated, and they decided to get a divorce. And
Right.
they decided not to tell the children why they got a divorce. So the children went to move in with her at a smaller apartment or wherever, and he stayed in the family home. She got married to the guy she cheated with, which is now Stan. He got married 2 years down the road with somebody else. Okay,
Okay.
so the whole time the children they weren't so happy. They weren't talking to him like normal and stuff. He did mention that. But later on the two oldest, they came on, they were okay. They started talking to him and stuff, and they started to figure out for themselves that he wasn't the bad guy that the mom made him out to be. So they started coming around and they were okay. They were back cool with him.
Okay.
But the youngest just didn't. Mm-mm. But
Ooh.
and later on in the article, and I'm going to say again, according to him, the youngest started coming around and being extra nice to him, and all of that until she finally let him know that she's getting married. Had her boyfriend, well, her fiance, ask for her hand in marriage, and then I think they just came around because they wanted him to pay for the wedding. That's what I think. Ooh, you didn't know that before you clicked the link. You just thought they. You didn't know the wife cheated on him.
Nope, I did not. Oh,
Sweet and Low, you got it, girl. Sweet and Low says, but she only started coming around to get money. Looks like,
see,
looks like
yeah,
all.
right, right, Sweet and Low, and okay, that's why.
Sweet and Low says it doesn't seem as though he was not there for them. They came around for money. But we don't know the full story though, because he has his new wife, and we don't know the type of relationship that new wife had with the children. Because we don't know if,
Right,
if she made it hard for the children to even have a good relationship with the dad. So we also got to look at it from that angle also.
that's right. Everything. Oh my! I'm not gonna say anything anymore. I had my thoughts that it doesn't matter right now, and okay, I'm not saying a word. It's over. I'm over it. I, I I hope they work it out. Okay, that's my answer. I hope they work it out.
I
Period.
hope they have this talk before she gets married, because obviously there are some issues
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Any.
Oh, Cece changed her mind. With the new info, she
Oh
got to
wait.
change her mind. Sweet and
Oh,
Low
I
says
was
it looks like. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no. Yeah, you said Sweet and Low said what?
Sweet and Low says it looks like they all started coming around because he has money, but she was not sincere, so she doesn't think that the guy is wrong. The father is wrong.
Mm. So they think because the stepfather has money, they just want to be around
No,
to.
that's a the stepdad has nothing. The mom and the guy she married, they don't have it like that. They can't pay for the wedding. So
Huh?
that's the reason, right? They can't pay for it. That is
No,
the
the
reason why they
stepdad.
went.
No, isn't that the second one? And the second guy. It's the second guy that has the money, right?
Mm-mm. It's the biological dad that has the money.
But didn't the stepdad buy the girl all of this, all of that?
Mm-mm. The article didn't say that. It's the father who was still playing his role and getting stuff done.
Okay.
Because the
All right.
father said, my kids wanted for nothing their entire lives because I never let them go without. Even when they didn't talk to me, I made sure their needs were met. I texted Tracy. Oh, we got Connie in the back. I got to make sure it's her. Hold on one second. Abuse of You says the mom was a hoe. Strictly Platinum says it seems that they wanted a wedding that they couldn't afford.
Mm.
Exactly. I'm with you on that one, Strictly. Let me make sure this is Connie. Give me 1 second, real quick. Let me see if it's her. Connie girl. Is that you,
It's
Connie?
me, Carrie. Sorry.
Hey, Connie.
Hey, ladies. Hey, Carrie.
Happy Sunday,
Hey.
girl.
Happy Sunday.
Happy
How
Hey,
are
Sunday.
you?
Hi,
TC.
Connie.
Hey, what's going on, TC?
Oh, not a thing. Now, explain, you and Carrie, explain, because I had some other, I thought something else, totally different.
Connie, you
Well,
explain it to her. Let's see if she gets it. Go ahead.
well, based upon the said article quote, It sounds like the daughter was hitting the daddy up for a money grab. I could see it because she had no relationship with him. She, out of the blue, tells him that she's getting married. She got the money, and then the engagement party comes up, and he not invited. So that just, I mean, based upon the article, it just shows that she had no interest in him ever being a part of the wedding celebration or the marriage ceremony. And okay, if he comes to the ceremony, comes to the church, okay, that's it. But I don't need you walking me down the aisle. I just need you to come help pay a little bit of these fees and you know what I'm saying? Like that's what it seemed like to me based upon. But on the other hand, I have to think, yeah, that is kind of grimy to do that to your daddy, right? But my thing is, what in between made them not have the relationship at all? Like
Right.
what's in between that? It's like it's so much that's not being said that's speaking to me, you know? So I don't
Mm.
know. I don't know.
Right,
It's
because we
like
don't
a
know
whole
we
lot.
don't know if his new wife, didn't allow him to, allow the children to be there as much at the home. We don't even know the type of relationship that the new wife had with the children. And we don't
Mm-hmm.
know if the mother, because she had them since they were young, if she was brainwashing them the entire time and saying bad things about the dad. This is why we had to move out. This is why we had this hard time before I got married to Stan. We
Mm-hmm.
don't know. There's
We
so
don't know.
much that we don't know.
But for the fact that you said that well, what the article said, that he was keeping up with their appointments, he was keeping up with their homework, and so that means that he had to have some kind of contact with the kids, right?
Yeah, yeah. And
And
he
the
Yeah.
mother.
and he said he
So
made sure.
the mother allowed him to do all of the extra work that she didn't want to do or take care of the responsibilities that she didn't want to take care of, and then when it's time for the weekend for him to have the kids, I'm just making up all kind of things in my head, like, okay, so you're only good enough for
All this stuff,
to be
right?
used as the caregiver for things that I don't want to take care of. I
Right.
don't know. I don't know. It just
But
sound weird. I
but
mean, I don't have the whole story. I just speculate about a whole lot of things.
Yeah, we
but
have to
we
be speculating and pretty much trying to figure stuff out based on what this article
but wait,
said.
how
And
did the
he
okay
said he made
the
sure they didn't
mother
need for anything, even when they didn't want to speak to him. He said he
the
made sure
but
they
the
never
mother
went without.
I don't understand how the mother got in it. Like was like she didn't
Well,
she,
because
I
they got
don't
divorced when this girl here, she had to be, I think Vibrant calculated she was around 8 years old when they divorced.
okay.
So
Okay.
he had to have some kind of contact with the mother in order to handle appointments and be around them at some point.
Okay. So they're co-parenting. Okay, that's regular, that's normal, that's the way it's supposed to be. Now
But it don't sound like he was around birthday parties and functions and recitals and shit like that.
that's
Sorry.
but you can't, how do you know that? You can't say that.
Because I don't have the full story. Because it just seemed like he
I
don't
know,
have
but
a
you still, but if you
relationship
don't
with
have
the
the full
daughter.
story, then you say I don't have the full story. You don't say it doesn't seem like, because you're making an assumption and that's speculation, and we don't have any
Well, I'm
information or anything.
speculating because I don't have the full story. So I can speculate and speculate on because I don't have the daughter's side.
But
I'm gonna keep
you
speculating
also,
because I don't
if
have
you
her
go to a
side.
court of law, you would make somebody go to jail for doing something they wasn't supposed to do, and we don't even know if that to be true or not.
TC, I'm
And that's
on
not
a
right.
panel on YouTube. I am not going to court for these people. I don't care less. When I lay my head down, I'm
But
gonna
here's
forget
what
this
I say.
even
Here's what I
happened.
say. Oh, anytime we do this, this is interestingly enough, that is not true, because we all know how powerful these types of situations are, and how, when wrong information, right information, regardless of the information, it stays. It's gonna stick and it's forever. All I'm saying is, I want to do. I think you said it earlier, which you made the most valid point, most profound point, and that's why I kept my mouth shut. I need to know the whole story now. You know,
What I'm
and I don't
saying
mean
is,
I can't.
TC, okay, what I'm saying is, I think he wasn't around for the birthdays and things because the mother, it seemed like the mother wanted to push him away. I don't think you misunderstood what I'm saying. The mother wanted to push him away from the family life and the picture that it would portray of having the two men because she was the one who cheated. So having the father still in the picture, it still reminds her, in my mind, she pushed him out the way only to take care of financial needs and the responsibilities she didn't want to take care of, based upon what I'm reading.
And I agree too, because it seems as if the only time when the biological father was allowed to do anything was when it came to spending his money. That's what I think.
Well, isn't a birthday party spending money?
It sure is.
Yes,
I
that's
didn't say
spending your
he didn't.
money.
I didn't say he didn't spend money. I said it just seemed like she didn't want him to be around. Around. I didn't say she didn't take his money. I
That
said it
woman
seemed like she
probably
didn't want him to be
But
brainwashed
around.
that's
that
what
child.
Barry Carey was saying, that like he didn't want to spend his money. I mean, but I think having a birthday party, that's spending money. That's a lot of money, actually.
Oh, I didn't hear Carrie say that.
No, I'm saying most. It seems as if that's when the mom wanted him to step in. Because if
Yeah,
Right.
you
we're
Was
don't know
to
saying
the
the
spend.
same
impression she
thing.
tried to make Stan, Stan, who's the other guy, seemed to be this really good dad. He's doing this, always there for her and stuff. But Stan's pocket is empty, actually. If you really if you really look at the story, Stan has no money. Stan can't stand up when it's time to pay for the damn wedding. If you're supposed to be the dad, stand up. Stan is the stepdad, and Stan can't. He can't stand up. He's not doing anything. Actually, maybe I should play this thing again so you can see it. Should I play it again?
No,
Uh,
I gotta, because I thought it was the stepdad that was doing everything, but the real father wasn't doing anything.
No, the real
no,
father is
I'm
supporting
gonna. The real
financially.
father was supporting. TC, I'm gonna
So,
go through it again real quick.
so wouldn't okay? So then, what's the issue then? Then the father, if that's the real father, then what's the issue?
The real issue. I'm gonna play this thing. No, TC. I'm gonna play it real quick. I don't know if you're
I'm
driving or
just
anything, but
saying.
it's
I
it's
thought
on the
that was what
screen.
he was supposed to. I get it, but if that's what he's supposed to do, and that's a real father, and he's the one that had the money. The stepdad don't have no money, and the real
Let him
dad.
go find it.
So who does she want to walk her down the aisle?
The stepdad.
Boom, there we go. Okay, that's it.
The
That the good for
He
nothing,
said
the
being on the
good
back
for
end
nothing
with the fire,
cheater.
boy.
Oh, the one
Yeah.
that okay. She wants him. That's very interesting. Wow.
Sweet and Low says the
Amazing.
So
mother
what
was
we just,
trash.
yeah. So
Sweet
what
and
we
Low
were
said the
saying.
mother was trash.
Sorry, Carrie. Go ahead.
No, I was looking at a comment. Sweet and Low says the mother was trash, and I believe that it was all a play in the YouTube world with the son-in-law pretending to ask him for her hand, knowing she didn't care what her father thought.
Mm-hmm.
They just did that to make him feel good. And
Mm.
obviously, he still loved his daughter, and he didn't decide, okay, since we haven't been cool, I'm not going to help and stuff. He was still willing to help because he still paid the deposit and the first payment. So he was still there for them. But
Right.
but things got uglier because when there was the engagement party, he wasn't invited. She
I
didn't care
know, isn't
enough
that
to invite
disgusting?
him. And
And it
then
just
when he
go
was
to
Wow.
show.
throwing out stuff about, shouting out her supposedly real dad, which is Stan. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So I can
Right.
see
Okay.
how that hurt him too.
And it just go to
Yes.
show how she thought about her own biological father because she could have, like we said earlier, she could have had them both walking her down the aisle if it meant that much to her to have the stepfather,
Exactly.
in the ceremony, have them both walking me down the aisle. They both mean that much to me. But he
Well,
was a money grab.
she wanted the stepfather in the ceremony. So if she really and truly wanted both of them, if she wanted her father, because she didn't ask for her father, she asked her stepfather. Correct.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Right. So yeah, she could have had both of them.
Right.
Could have worked it out. They could have sat down and talked like men, and they could have, they could have talked and communicated that whole thing through. People do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
this could
saying?
be solved so easily. They could both walk her down the aisle. And also, since Stan isn't willing, not Stan, since the biological father is not willing to pay any more money, why not ask the other dad to do it? Why not ask the groom's parents to do it? He did his thing. Let somebody else pay the other half. That's what I think, and solve the whole problem. Both of them walk her down the aisle. Or, like I said before, one walks her halfway down, the other one walks her up to the altar. Boom, solved.
Exactly. That makes sense.
Easy
That
fix.
makes good sense right there, y'all.
They sound messy and toxic as you know what I want to
Right.
say.
It sounds like a lot is going on in that family, right? It sounds like
Okay.
they see the dad as the ATM. And I'm not only taking his side because I don't know the type of relationship he has with the mom after they got divorced or whatever. Because he may still be upset with her because she cheated and stuff. So we don't
Hmm.
know the dynamics. We could just
Wow.
go off of what we see
Amazing.
here.
That's what I was
Yeah.
saying. Yeah. I just messing. But yeah, this was a good little thing to kind of brainstorm on a little bit. But I don't know. I hope if this is a real situation, I hope they can repair it because the daddy seemed like he's a okay guy right here based upon what we reading. So
Yeah.
I hope that he's open and he still got his other two kids, right? The other two older
Right.
children.
The oldest, the other two, they came around and they're okay with him now because, like, as he, according to the article, according to him, they got to see that the mom, whatever the mom was making him out to be, wasn't true. So they came around and they're fine with the dad right now. It's just the youngest that's getting married that she didn't come around.
Wow.
Child. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And like Sweet and Low says, if she didn't care enough for the dad to be a part of the wedding or anything, why did she have her fiance go to him to ask for her hand? Why bother? Why did you do all of that? Why didn't you go to
Right.
Stan, who is your real
Because
dad?
because that's planting the seed. That's tugging at his heart. He's thinking that he means something so that she could therefore ask for the money.
Mm,
Right,
mm,
right,
wow. Oh, that is disgusting.
right.
Oh, this is disgraceful because I feel so bad for that father. Oh my God.
Uh,
I hope it's not a true story. I
To
really
be
do.
to be used.
things like that do
To be
happen, though.
used. Isn't that something?
Things like that happen.
If he can't afford it, number one, don't do it and don't marry the ding dong dilly because if he can't afford it, and then bump the bull crap.
Right. Have a simple wedding. Go to the courthouse. Goddamn, like,
Go to the
just as
right.
married as anybody else. Like,
Just
As a
imagine how
matter of fact,
expensive that wedding is going to be. That must have been an
oh,
expensive wedding. And they're like, listen, we can't do this. Go ask your father. So Sweet and Low says she was using him. The mother sent her. Sounds that way. Sounds that way. You weren't talking to me all this time. You weren't so happy with me. And now you're having a wedding and I'm supposed to be important now? Come on.
and then what was the
disgusting.
excuse they gave him? Say that they didn't want to invite the stepmama, so they. Oh
Yeah,
Lord,
they
this
said
is
they
You
go.
didn't
know
want the
what?
drama. Say,
So how
oh,
you
we
know the
didn't want the
stepmama ain't
drama.
pitch in to help pay for your wedding fees, honey? What
Right.
like
Yo, you know what fairy tale land do these what
where
rock
you
do these
from?
Negroes
Right.
come from?
Where they from? I
I
need to
don't
know
know
the
these people.
location. I need to know area. What's her IG? Let me stop.
I think this thing can be
Yo,
found on Reddit. Listen,
let me
there
tell you,
was this part.
let me tell you something. I had my mother and my father. Then they split, and then my mom had a boyfriend, and then my father had all his other women. You know, Papa was Rolling Stone. That whole thing. Here's the thing, though. Number one, I was out of grown folk business. Number one, but number two, I kind of like being in separate households because I got like 2 Christmas gifts, 2 birthday gifts. I got for the summer I went different places. I was like, they was talking about getting back together. I was like, oh no, what? One house? Oh no. But here's the thing. Ugh, when you have all of these different resources and if people can really work it out and work together, the children should never go without. They really shouldn't. And it's a crying shame that people are still into this lack behavior, this mental manipulation, and then on top of it, want to leave a crucial part of the father's life out, which is his new wife, who is building with him,
So
partially
I
probably
so I can
helping.
keep right. So I can keep the man that I cheated on you with in the picture and in all the family photos, all the wedding photos. He got all the memories, but then you want to push me out with my new life. Nah, I ain't feeling that one now.
No,
That
no, no.
ain't
Here's
right.
the daughter. I thought you said the daughter didn't even want to have the father's new wife at the wedding.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you.
How
But
dare how dare she? That's mental
hmm
manipulation. She's too young for that shit. But you know what? God don't like ugly. I'm gonna tell you, and He ain't too keen on pretty either. But and I'm gonna tell you, that kind of stuff that's gonna be a downward spiral quickly in most people's books. People don't understand. God sees this stuff, and it is not nice. It is not kind. You don't do that.
Oh Lord, I
And for
wish I
her to
could
think
tell
she
y'all
can,
some stuff.
girl, bye.
Mm-mm-mm. This is way too. It's just it happens
And these folks, and
more
these
than
folks
you think.
wonder why. These folks wonder why they not blessed. These folks,
Mhm.
all of them, YouTube, this thing that we all talking about, all these ding dong dillies around here. They, oh, something always happened to me, and yeah, it's always happening to you because you be doing stuff.
Tell it, TC girl. Go
These
ahead.
people over here are delusional. I am not confused. All this, I'm confused. I am not confused. These people are disgusting and despicable, and they are the demon
Ooh,
spawns that the
ooh,
Bible speaks about.
not demon. We ain't doing the
That
demon
that
thing.
they giving birth to that type of energy. Negative numb nuts. They make me sick.
He's going off.
These cuz people are just, my people sometimes. Oh God,
Barbara,
you
you're
know what?
back.
Let me tell you this. No. Let me tell you this. Okay. I know why we were not free. I know why. Here's the thing. We're celebrating Juneteenth. I always wonder how in the ham sandwich everybody else gonna be free in this one city, in this one state, not. Can y'all explain it to me? Because I still want an explanation. I'm
I
not
want to be the best.
confused.
I would not be the best person to answer that one. Connie, you can go ahead with that one. I couldn't answer
I-
this one.
and don't give me the book. Don't give me that textbook bull crap. I want to know what had happened for
Oh,
real.
Lord.
Because
I
it's
am
Well,
something
not
ain't right.
qualified. Okay.
Something just ain't right with this whole story. And I'm not saying that it didn't happen, and I'm not saying that I know stuff happened, but how folk, as much as we talk, as much as we gossip, as much as we squabble and want to know how to get over and everything, this one group of people did not know that they were free.
they didn't know.
No,
They
no,
did
no,
not
no, no.
know.
Somebody ain't telling. It's coming out. It'll come out soon. What don't come out in the wash will come out in the rinse. Cause
So you
I
you
know
so
I'm
you
not.
thinking that they knew and just made the story up? Well, I'm trying to figure out where
I
you
don't
going
think
with this.
no. I don't think the story is made up. I want to know why
You
didn't
know
nobody
why,
open
TC.
their
Come
mouth
on. You know why?
since all the
Oh,
rest of these manipulating bumbleclot boob
Oh,
thingamajigs
oh.
These people can talk and can ramble and can find a way to get their pampers and get all this other kind of stuff and get men to do this, get women to do that, and all this other kind of stuff. But they couldn't find a way to get free. They couldn't find a way to tell their folks that they were free. Something is not right in the milk, or something ain't right.
Did you okay, read a view of you comment. I think that'll kind of give you the gist of what happened there. So thank you of you, because you got to know that they weren't just sitting there because they wanted to sit there. I mean, of course, they had influence, they had the manipulation, control, and power of said racist slave owners and sharecroppers. So, it's sad and it's unfortunate. That's why I be feeling some kind of way about celebrating Juneteenth. Although it is a celebratory moment that we can think of, but it really kind of get me a little heavy in the heart, because that actually did happen. You know what I mean? So I don't know if Kara want to touch on that today, but
well, no. I think it's something, and I say to think about. There's a lot of stories, like I'll be thinking about the story of Noah, and that whole thing with Ham, and like, okay, so did he see his father naked, or did he rape him? Which one was it? Or what was the story? Like, can somebody tell me who's really, who is it, the curse of Ham, or I thought it was the fourth son of Ham that was the one that was cursed? Which one is it? So it's something, let me just say this, it is something that I think when sometimes when people are reading or speaking about it, or sometimes we're researching it a little bit, it's just questions. These are just questions that I have about the makeup of the environment, the particulars at that time. I agree. Views of you. That was right. It was
wait a
that
minute, put
season,
that back up. Hold on, I can go back in the comments. Hold on,
and
that's
it
okay.
was free labor. Yeah, it was free
No,
labor.
I was reading Sweet and Low comment. Hold on. They didn't want to be free. Being free scared them. That's a reach. That's a reach. I don't know about that.
Yeah. That was a whole bunch of them.
They were, but a lot of them was running scared though. Okay,
They
they were
were, they
running scared.
were. But
So
you
I don't
gotta
know.
get up out of here or something. But it was like you gotta go. But these people did not know. I'm just like, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I walked in the parade and all that BS today and all that. I get it. I do all that. Pomp and circumstance forever and a day. But sometimes in my mind, I just be thinking about the other stuff, especially when I know how manipulative and calculating we can be. Just listening to this chick and his story, and the stuff that listen. I don't know about y'all, but the stuff that happens when people die, when people pass away, and people have, everybody comes up out of the gutter. Oh, where's the am I on the insurance policy? Am I a beneficiary? Oh, I was mama's favorite. I was unc's, yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody becomes somebody after a while.
There are some
Okay,
topics I don't talk on.
I understand, Sweet and Low.
There's some stuff I don't speak on for. There's some conversations I have them where they need to be had. Let's put it that way, because in this sector, some people take stuff and tear them apart, and some people are looking for issues. So I stay in my zone. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, because people get triggered. Even though intellectual people who just are asking questions, this is the way we find out things and things of that nature. I get you. Some people get triggered because of blase into the blase. So I apologize. I won't speak of it anymore.
I allow you guys to talk about it, but I don't know.
But I'm still trying to figure out this heifer who didn't want her biological father's new wife to be a part. I would have been like, heifer. Mm-mm.
But you know what? If I
But
was a
you know,
dad and
sorry.
and she didn't want my wife to come to the wedding, I'd be okay. I'd go because I'm your dad. I'll go to the wedding, but
Oh
But
no.
in the
Oh
article,
no.
did it stipulate that she wasn't on the stepmother wasn't going to ever be a part of the celebration?
no, they said that well, according to them, they didn't want the drama, so
I
they
guess
didn't
what I'm
want her
saying
to be
is, did
there.
she stipulate that before he gave his money?
I don't think so. It's not in it.
Probably
It's
not.
not. It's not. Yeah, it's a story that has a whole lot of things not said that I just wish that's
Right.
speaking to me in a
There's
sense.
a
But
lot
Okay.
unanswered. Right.
yeah, but I don't know. That happens a lot. Like I know somebody who pays child support, fought for fought for joint custody. I mean, it was a whole thing. And the baby mama she just would not, and I'm just like, why don't she would not let those kids come, like, for the first during COVID. Okay, COVID happened, they were coming before that, they were coming on their weekend visits and things, and then during COVID, of course, everybody shut down, so they weren't coming. Now that we have opened up everything, the public is open up, everybody's pretty much moving around like they used to before, and the kids can't come no more. And I'm like, why
Wow.
don't you take your regular ass behind back to the courthouse and let them know that she's not. I'm not gonna fight it. I'm not gonna fight it. It's just gonna make it worse. Well, then
How
You
badly
don't
do
you
want
you
to.
want
still
to see
paying
your
child
children?
support. You still
That's
paying
right.
so you're gonna just give her that? You're gonna give her the satisfaction because she's being evil and vindictive at this
Right.
point.
Right.
Some
Right.
So
parents, they're
just you're
they're
gonna let
so
her have that, and you're gonna lose out these years that's going by. You're gonna lose out now. Your son growing. I ain't nothing wrong with growing dreadlocks, but I mean, all on IG, with smoke blowing in the screen, and I mean, he wasn't doing that before. So now this new man, this new boyfriend she got, he's pretty much in
Mm,
the street. And he's
mm,
not teaching them kids any values and principles, and I know damn sure she ain't doing it. So the little bit of values and morals and principles that they had was coming from that the person that I know. So it's
mm.
it's just like, don't give that up. Fight for your kids, man. Fight for your
Right.
kids. I know it may
Exactly.
be a struggle, but fight for them. And I
Wow.
don't know.
That's
Mhm.
right. I agree with you on that one. Fight for them.
I
That's
agree
right.
with you
Fight
on
for the
that one.
children.
And children need their parents. It doesn't matter if you moved on, and you're in a whole nother relationship. Sometimes what happens. You're so upset with the dad. You're so upset with the child's father. You're so angry that you use the children as pawns, and I don't like that. You
That's
can
how
be
Mm.
she
upset with
was,
him
and she
all you
was a
want,
side
but do
chick.
not. Ooh, ooh,
She was a
Mm.
side chick, okay?
ooh.
Two
Oh. Oh.
kids in the midst of the marriage. She was a side chick, and she mad now.
Oh no.
I mean, it's just you can't make this kind of shit up. You can't.
He needs to keep fighting for his children because he needs to play a role in his children's life. You know what? I couldn't do it. It doesn't matter how upset I am with you. The children have nothing to do with our relationship going sour. They have nothing to do with it. They didn't ask to be here. So do not pull them in your bullshit. You work that out. You guys can go back and forth, but do not put the children in the middle and use them as pawns. I don't like that. And I think he should go
Right.
ahead and keep fighting for his children. They're
This
paying your
girl,
Right.
child support.
this
You need to be in their lives. You don't know what that man is teaching your children. Maybe he's not being a good disciplinarian. Children need stability. And he
right,
may be acting out
Yes.
right now.
and
You're saying he's
because this
smoking and all
girl
of
is so
that.
low carry, this baby mama here, she's so low to the fact that she named one of the kids Junior after her boyfriend at that time because she was sleeping around with several partners.
Oh,
And this
ooh.
particular boyfriend was the one that was living in with her. She named him
Mm.
Junior. Come to find out, it's the person that I know, baby. So
Oh,
years
Oh.
is going by, and
Girl.
she refuses to change the name.
oh no. The
So we just
spitefulness.
call him something else. We don't call him by the legal name. We call him something else. It's just, and she
That is
refused
so
because
Mm.
she's being
sad.
vindictive because he did not choose her.
Oh
He
no.
didn't choose her. I tell you,
That
it's a lot. It's so many situations where I tell you, people be going through it, and I say I'm blessed. I am blessed.
that is gonna haunt that
Amen.
child when he grows, older and ask about his name and that's
And he
crazy.
knows. He knows. The boy
Oh
knows.
no.
He knows. I mean, he's big. He big now. But it just goes to show that you have a lot of
Mm.
manipulation and vindictiveness,
Right.
especially with mothers. I'm not saying all mothers, but some situations in similar to that I
Mhm.
just spoke of. The mothers
Right.
can manipulate and change that whole game around for the father. They can. But like I
Yeah.
said, fight. Don't stop fighting for your kids.
And the children will appreciate it even if they don't see it now. They'll understand later on. You know, fight for your children. And some women need to stop, being malicious. They need to stop alienating fathers from their children. But at the same time, you're still taking their money, though. You know, of course they're supposed to play their role and support the children and whatever. But why are you alienating the father from their children? It just doesn't make much
Right.
sense to me. You're just being spiteful. You're just being conniving. You're just crazy at this point.
I
Mm-mm.
know they ain't
And
tell
and they
nobody
don't they
to.
don't think at any point about how it affects the children. They never
Mm-mm.
do. They
No.
are only living for
Nope.
themselves. They never look at how it's going to impact. And I've seen something similar to this in with somebody in my family, and it got me so upset I couldn't even speak to the person anymore. They wanted, okay, call your dad and let him know you need this. I'm like, she is 8 years old. Why does she need to call her dad? You are the one who slept with him. You produced this child with this man. You call him. Why does she have to feel upset and, be worried about picking up the phone to call? You call him. Why are you putting this child in the middle of everything? Oh, he's supposed to be doing this and he didn't do it. Go call him. And I'm like, you don't have that type of discussion with your child. It's the two adults that are supposed to be doing it. And I got so upset.
So she basically
I
washed
was
her
like,
hand of the stress and put the stress on the
on
child.
the
Jesus
child.
Christ.
Mm,
I
mm,
felt
mm,
so
mm.
bad. I
I just
couldn't do
ain't
it.
built like that, TC. I'm not built like that.
No,
Mm-mm.
no.
Hey, Cocky.
But
Hey,
but
Veronica.
ladies, I'm getting ready to get off. Y'all had a busy day. Once again, thank you, Connie. It's great talking with you. And hey, Miss
My
Ronnie
love.
Q, how you
Hey,
doing in
Ronnie.
there? Down there? It's so very Carrie. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh,
You're
just
welcome. And thank you so
oh
much for
goodness.
your input. I
I
appreciate you for
appreciate y'all
coming
being.
on.
I appreciate y'all being patient with me trying to figure the.
Girl, we tried. We tried. We tried. That's
Oh
all I
my
can
gosh.
Oh
Oh my
my
goodness.
gosh.
All right, y'all. Have a good one, okay?
Bye, TC.
Same to you.
All right, now. Peace.
Hey, everybody coming in. Man, I don't like it, man. When you got two adults, you were all in love. When you were doing the do and having fun with each other, there was not a problem. Now the child is here and you're split up. Why do you have to make the child have to go through this? I hate that. The children didn't ask to be here. So you don't put that kind of pressure on them. You don't use the child against the parent just because. And prior to this, I was watching it was a short, I think I stumbled across. Don't know how it came in my timeline, but it is what it is. This woman was recording this guy who was coming to his child's graduation. So she was there trying to block him from entering the building. I don't know if you guys saw it. So she kept coming up on him. Oh, where are you going? I don't want you in there. No, what do you mean I can't go to my child's graduation? What do you mean I'm going to the graduation? You're not supposed to be here. I got a restraining order on you. And all of that shit. And the poor dad was like, you mean I'm supposed to miss this just because of you? It was a whole thing on the out front of the building where they were supposed to be having the graduation. And I felt so bad. This child is not going to see both parents there because they cannot afford to act like two grown adults. You know what I'm saying? I understand that there's supposedly a restraining order, but you made sure you went to see if he was coming there so you could, be backing up on him. You're the one who even she's the one who went towards the guy.
Right?
So it was crazy out there, and I'm
That
like, if
happened at the graduation party,
at the
at the graduation
graduation.
ceremony.
And the right, and I didn't see the child though, because I only see both parents. So I was saying to myself, is the child out here watching this go down, or is the child in the building? Can you imagine having to see your mom and dad outside having an argument about who should go and who cannot? I cannot. It was just so sad to see, and
A
I was
big
also feeling,
milestone like that. A
mm-mm.
big milestone, and you out in the parking lot or somewhere in the bleachers just cutting up.
They were outside. They were outside. I felt so bad for both of them because, they shouldn't be doing this. At this one day, you put your differences aside for your child. People seem to forget their children when they're angry with each other. You know what I'm saying? And if she's so afraid and fearful for her safety, why does she keep going down at the guy to make sure she was recording him and stuff? And this guy, you could see the look of disappointment. He was like, but I got to see my child graduate. It was kind of sad. Sad for both that they both couldn't, be the adults for that one occasion. A child wants to look down and see their support in the crowd. It makes them feel good. But whatever. I was just hoping that the child wasn't seeing them, fighting like two nincompoops. I don't like it.
Yeah, this happens far too often. And I saw something on Netflix. I think it's called Missing Dead or Alive. And one of the episodes where the mother was, and this is not a mother bashing session, but it's just very similar to what you were saying earlier, I think. Or TC. And the mother, she was putting things in the daughter head, young girl. I think she was about 10 or maybe about 12. And she was putting things in the daughter head. She and the father, well, the mother and the father, they separated. Let me just give you the backstory. The mother and the father separated. They weren't married, but they just went their separate ways. And as they left each other, then she found out she was pregnant. So then she has this vindictive spirit in her, just putting, as a little girl growing up, putting things in her head like, father, he's abusive to you, he's verbally abusive, and things like that. So he went to the court, and the judge mandated that, no, you're playing games. So since you want to play games, the judge concluded that this was all a fluke and all of her accusations came to be untrue. So the judge says, okay, so since you want to play games, you're not stable, you're not fit to be the parent. I'm going to give full custody to the dad.
Oh.
The father. Now, this happened one week. And so the next week, she had rights to visit the child or take the child for the weekend. So she gets the child, and days go by, and the father, so she meets up and with her aunt, her so-called aunt Jackie, I remember her name, and picks up the child from the father at a designated area that they already agreed on. They take the girl, and days go by, he don't hear nothing.
Oh.
And so he getting worried, and so he goes to the police. And he's like, no, I need to report my child missing because I'm not hearing nothing back. I'm worried about my daughter. This mother, she's vindictive. Girl, the thing drawn out. I ain't gonna give you the whole story because it's just so much. Y'all have to go and watch it on Netflix. Missing, Dead or Alive. And come to find out, they hunted and hunted and hunted. The mother was way in Georgia somewhere with the daughter. They ended up arresting her behind.
Oh, she took the child.
She took the child.
Oh
And
my
then the thing
God.
about it is she was in contact with her family. And the police were in contact with the family and saying, if you guys are hiding her, if you know where she is, let us know. And the family would not budge. They knew where she
They
was, and
knew
they
the
would
whole
not
time.
budge. The girl,
Wow.
the baby mama's family, yes, they knew where she was. And one of the aunts, she told them, I told her, don't tell me where you are, but I know she knows where she was. But she said that she told the baby mama, don't tell me where you are, because I guess that implements her as a, you know what I mean, like someone who,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just crazy. I mean, all of that. And then when the little girl was found, she was okay. She was healthy and nothing happened to her. But the little girl, out of her mouth, they gave her a little interview at the end of the show and said, "My father, I am so grateful for him because he is the only one that care about me on this earth. He's the only one that care about me.
Wow.
Without him, I don't know what I would do." And so all of that work that mama did to brainwash her and put all those things in her head, look what happened. She still loves her father.
They think that the children aren't watching. They take stuff in, they're soaking stuff in. Some of them they may not get it right away, but trust and believe they are watching. And that is why the daughter could say that at the end. So at least she knows who was really showing her the type of love she needed, or who was actually really supporting her. That is sad though. That sounds, is that a true story, Connie?
Hmm.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they had the actual people on those episodes, the actual people, and the little girl. I forgot her name. She's a pretty little girl. But yeah, you can watch that on Netflix. I was watching that the other day, and
I'd get
yeah.
too upset watching that. I'm gonna get
But
too
I love
upset.
true crime, so I'm just naturally
Yeah.
just adapted to that. Or I love true crime, love it. True crime and action movies. That's my thing.
You know, I watch a lot more comedy than anything else. I like a little bit of action comedy and stuff because I just
Girl,
want to laugh. I
girl,
just
I
want
watched
to.
some more. Did you watch some more on Netflix? Her last stand
Uh-uh.
up. Girl, I watched that thing. I think it's called something chandelier, Queen Chandelier, something like that. Something chandelier. And she had me cracking the F. I said, this Samoa ain't got no sense. She ain't got not one piece of sense or the gift God gave her. Doorknob. That girl she is crazy. She funny as hell. I ain't gonna lie. Samoa is funny. She funnier
Look at,
than me than Monique.
I don't watch Monique stand up anymore. Ronnie Q said I muted Connie because I don't want to know the ending.
Oh, sorry,
I,
Ronnie. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Ronnie. Yes,
tell her the name of the show.
yeah, missing dead or alive, or missing people dead or alive, or just missing dead or alive. One of the two. Yeah, came out to be a great story, but the tension and the suspense it'll still build you up, even though I kind of spoiled it.
Sweet and low, I agree with you. I agree with you. There are many great men out there, or there are some who want to show, what a good father they are, and there are some people who just don't allow them to. And of course, I know we got those bums out there who have these children and don't take care of them, don't play their role. But you should never hurt your child because you're angry. And this goes both ways.
Hmm.
This goes for the males. This goes for the females. Don't hurt your child because you're angry with the person you made that child with. And like Vibrant Love said earlier on, let me scroll up for hers. Vibrant says the worst thing you can do after a relationship fails is to speak poorly of your ex.
Yes.
After all, you are the one who picked that person. So it makes you look bad as well. You're the one who decided to
Hmm.
lay down with that person for real. So why is it things don't work out and this person all of a sudden they're the worst person ever? You know what I'm saying? Why is it now they're the worst person? Didn't you know that before? Even though you got some people who don't show their true colors until it's too late. But you see what I'm saying? And I don't want to be messy.
Hmm.
I was thinking to myself today, there was somebody recently in the same beef sector here who says they're pregnant. What are they doing? How are they thinking about Father's Day today? You
Who
know,
pregnant? Put it in the back
girl,
chat, girl. Put it in the back chat.
girl, Connie, don't tell me you're Connie.
I've been trying to keep up a little bit. I've been going here and there, but I can't keep up with everything now. Goodness,
Okay,
it's a lot.
I typed it in the back chat, and I'm saying to myself, like, did this like
Uh,
is this like a wake up call for you? Because you're claiming you were in love with a person like 2 3 months ago, and people were jealous, and this is my aunt, as she calls them, and all of everything was on the community wall, and they were doing videos together and stuff, and then out of nowhere they're not together anymore, and she's pregnant. Like now, how is that child going to grow up if she is in fact pregnant? Is the child going to grow up hearing how bad of a person this man is? You know?
Oh, so
You know what?
she came out and started slandering his name, calling him everything
All
that
of a
he
sudden,
was
the
all
guy who
before.
was her everything, who was her this and her that, and now he's the worst person ever. He's a dusty. He is this. He is that.
Uh,
So I'm just saying to myself, I'm hoping that if this is true and she is pregnant, that she doesn't, like have the child grow up to think that, you know, this man is such a bad person. Allow her or him, allow the child to have that moment with their father. Let them have the moment with their dad and not, go by what the mom is saying. He's a this, he's a that, whatever. It's not my business, but I'm just saying. I thought about it today. I I thought about it. It's Father's Day. I thought about it today. But at the end of the day, it's not the children's fault that you selected that person. So you are going to have conflicts along the way. Sometimes there's not enough stability in the family. I get it. But at the same time, do not have the children suffer because of your decision to have them.
right.
That's
You're
it.
right. I
They
agree.
didn't.
We should not make our children the soft pillow or the beating board of our wrong decisions or bad decision making. It is,
Yeah.
I mean, but we see it so often that, I don't know how that's probably not going to ever change in this system, not on this side.
Mm-mm.
So it's
I
just,
don't like it. We
mm-mm,
gotta we gotta think about the children's mental well being. That's all I
mm-mm.
gotta say. They didn't ask to be here, and what you're doing is some parents, they try to have the child take their side, so they'll do anything they can to make the other parent look bad, and it just doesn't make any sense. Children don't need to witness these conflicts because it does affect them in the long run. That's
Yeah.
all I gotta say.
And then sometimes as they get older, they do see, they do see that the manipulator is manipulating. They
Right.
start to see, they start to form their own opinion. Like, wait a
Right.
minute, because I mean, that kind of attitude, personality, and behavior has to spill over to others. So eventually, not only do you treat my said dad like that, or you treating me like that, or you're treating your next boyfriend like that, and so they pick up on patterns eventually, but sometimes they get so
Yeah.
caught up into what they've been brainwashed in that they have a hard time with forming relationships, and that's why I say the other parent has to continue to fight and try to be in their children's lives as much as possible so that the child can feel comfortable enough to say, when I need to, I can run to you, you know
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, and as they get older, they'll remember if you were there for them. So, and that this is to the person you were talking about before, Connie. Just encourage them to keep fighting for their child. Encourage them, because that he may have just given up and got tired of having to go back and forth and stuff. But at the end of the day, when your child gets older, or even right now, they're observing, they're going to see, they're going to understand that you were willing, you were trying your utmost best to be a part of their life. And also remember, for the well, not even only the younger children, try to remember that the fights that you have, they can be psychologically destructive to the children. You do not want them, growing up with low self-esteem. You don't want to have them feeling like, some of them are going to feel like they're the reason why you're fighting. Some
Yeah.
of them may experience depression because of what they're going through, stress, anxiety. They may have issues at school. You wonder why they're fighting at school, why they're having like learning problems at school. You never know the type of impact that these fights, or in some cases the divorce, has on the children. So just be mindful when you guys are fighting about what you're really doing. you know what are you really doing to your child? you know I just don't like seeing it. Children are too delicate. They don't need to be going through all of that. You're the ones who are supposed to be the adults, so be an adult about it and have
Right.
your
And yes,
conversations with
yeah,
each
they're
other.
right. They're the innocent ones. So keep them as innocent as you can, as long as you can, because this world here, I mean, once they become of a certain age, it's just they're soaking up so many things. So you sometimes you need that other partner to help facilitate and balance the raising of the children. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do it all on your own, so you're being manipulative and vindictive to hurt the other person, and yet the selfishness, it just hurts the child in so many ways. Like you said, it just hurts them in so many ways.
And
To
then
not
you have
have a father around, like a grounded father, and I'm not just trying to big up the person that I know, but he is really grounded. I'm talking about grounded and really stable. And his wife, you know, and the fact that his wife, a lot, just welcome them in, even though they were part of that affair. She treat them like their own. And so I don't know. Some people just wire differently.
oh, we
Just
got
wired.
this whole time I wasn't looking down. We got newbie in the back. I'm sorry. Hold on. I didn't notice. Hold on. Is that
Hey, ladies.
Hey,
Hey
newbie.
newbie?
I want to change the subject, but I was trying. I don't know why my computer won't let me type. I wanted to answer Ronnie Q's question in the chat. So,
Let me see if I can find it. This one? What's the name of the show? Which one?
no, I had made a comment about Samora that I lost a lot of respect for her after the Cheryl Underwood incident,
What?
and yeah, Ronnie was asking what did Samora do.
Mhm.
Um, Cheryl Underwood, when she first got, I don't know the name, whatever show that she's on, she came out and told about she was asked to join the Queens of Comedy, and they had like a group phone call. And she was in the call when some more, Laura, I think the other lady name, it was all the queens except for Monique. They didn't know she was in the call when they came in, and they started bashing her, talking about her appearance and just a lot of things. She never said anything. She did not let them know she was in the call. And so when it all finally came out, like a year or so later, the other ladies owned up to it. They apologized. Some more was very flippant and like, oh, she putting 20 on 10 and I don't F with her anyway. So it was just real nasty. And she even accused her of lying about it. But the other women said that did happen. So it was just her attitude, the talk. That's right. Her attitude about it was just nasty. And it made me think about, Nia Long is her sister. Yeah, it's Nia Long. And they don't get along. So I wonder, that makes me wonder, is it because of something Samore done?
I don't know the whole
Okay, yeah.
backstory
See, I
of
don't know
stuff.
much about Samoa. I don't know
Yeah,
much about
I
her.
don't
I had
either.
never even heard that story, so I'm gonna have to look more into that, newbie.
It's on. You can find it on YouTube.
So you're saying she was
Wow.
speaking badly about Monique?
About Cheryl.
About Cheryl
About Cheryl?
Underwood. Because
Oh.
she was supposed to replace Monique, because I think at the time Monique had got the Parkers or went off to do movies and she couldn't, they were doing another tour. And so Cheryl Underwood was going to replace Monique in the group. And when they had like a group call, like Zoom, I guess, but it was just audio instead of that type of thing. And Cheryl, she tells the story. You got to go look it up, because she says she was so excited. She got there early. That's why they didn't know she was there. She patched into the call
Oh.
early because she was so excited, and they just jumped in. And she says she was so in shock because I guess they got on the line and just went right in. Like, we don't want her. She never went into
Wow.
details exactly what they said. She just said they attacked her appearance and her behavior. So she said what she done was she took that and she bettered herself.
Mm.
and you got to go and watch her tell that story. But some more was just
Let me
ugly.
type it in. Go ahead. I'm typing it in while you speak. Go ahead.
Yeah, if you'll get a better understanding, because I'm sure I'm leaving stuff out, but you'll get a better understanding if you go and Google it. And then after all of that happened, there was an incident, some awards thing that Cheryl was at, and she tried to call some more on the stage. She wanted to, like make amends. And now Cheryl wanting to do this after she done talked about her life, and some more refused to go up there.
Ooh, wow. I wouldn't either. I wouldn't. That's me.
Why you wouldn't go up there, Carrie?
I can be so spiteful. You should have dealt with that when it happened. Hold on.
No, what she said. I think she thinking it's the other way around. But I get what you're saying, Nubi. She could have just did it that right there. She could have gotten on the stage and just had a public amends, and we're gonna truce it out. And
that's the thing. Cheryl wasn't calling her up to talk about the incident. She was calling her up to just, we sisters, let's get past this. She didn't want to talk about it publicly.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
But why do it there though?
She didn't want to talk about the incident, about the phone call. That was just her way of saying, come up and she was presenting or something like that. And she was just asking her to come up and let's do this together.
No.
And I kind of get that, but I think out of Samore's own guilt, or maybe shade, I don't know. She didn't do it. She was just, you got to go watch it. She was very nasty about it.
Okay, I got it. I just got it. Okay, never mind. I got it. I get it. Oh, she felt that bad. She didn't want to go up.
Right.
Is that what you're saying? I got it. I just got it. No. Okay. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna look into that because she was funny. I ain't gonna lie, she was funny as hell. But I'm gonna look into that, and I didn't know that she was Nia Long's sister, half sister.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that either. See, I don't know a whole lot about Samore. I just seen her stand up.
Right. I'm reading it's funny. I will give her that. She's hilarious.
They share the same father. I didn't even know that. Okay.
Girl, you telling me something today?
I'm reading while I'm here. That's why I'm on mute. Okay.
The Talk, Strictly Platinum. The show's name is The Talk.
Yeah, The Talk. That's what she did.
Cheryl Underwood also was interviewed about it on The Breakfast Club. She talks about it there.
Okay, I'll look that up later on or tomorrow sometime.
Did you see what I posted on my community wall with John Amos? Is there any truth to this crazy stuff that's going on?
What happened with John Amos? Come on now, we can't be doing the father of good times all kind of way now. Wait a minute, John Amos.
Oh yeah, there's something going on. I saw a clip of him in the hospital. He was claiming that his daughter. He was saying that there was some video there of her saying that her dad needs help and she's trying to raise like $500,000 to help him and stuff. And he was saying if there's any abuse going on here, it's my daughter. So he was actually talking to his lawyer about this, saying that he's being abused by his daughter
and taken advantage of.
Have you guys been following it?
No.
I haven't. I saw the article. I just read like the top part. I didn't dig too deep into it because it's sad. I hope it's not true.
You mean she's abusing him financially or
both?
Yeah, and using his name to get money. Yes.
I ain't even
so sad. This is why I can't watch certain stuff, man.
Child, I just read on the blog. I just read on the blog Clint Eastwood been missing for 455 days.
What?
Over a year?
455 days. That was yesterday, so it's on 456 today. Child, they say Clint Eastwood is hanging out. He ain't got time. And I'm like, well, what's going on with him? Then they mentioned something about dementia. I'm like, who in the world got him tied down to a chair?
Oh, Lord. oh Lord. These people work so hard, make all that money, and then you got people who are family just want to step in because they just want to make sure, some people are manipulating them when they get older.
Mm-hmm.
So, they can get all their money, all their assets,
Right.
everything. It's crazy. And ooh.
Then the other side of me thought about like Clint Eastwood. He's like that old country west. Like when I think of Clint Eastwood, I think of country western movies, and
Mm-hmm.
so maybe
Yeah.
he's 92. So I'm like, maybe he's just real tired of the social life. Like maybe he's just real tired of that. Like maybe he just went off somewhere and just. I haven't delved too deep into it, but I was reading a blog, and my God, Clint Eastwood has been missing for 456 days counting.
That's great.
Girl. And then you got some of them, when they get too sick, they don't want to be in the public eye like that for
Yeah,
long. So maybe that's also something too. The family
yeah,
doesn't
that's
want
what
them
I'm
done.
thinking.
Just like this whole Jamie Foxx thing, this seems to be a mystery, but
Girl,
whatever. But this thing with John Amos though, um, I'm hearing that the daughter had this campaign, like a GoFundMe type thing, to
Mm-hmm.
raise money to raise money for her father because she claimed he was not doing well. And but isn't this man supposed to have money though? Oh, she was saying that she got a call from him and he was in so much pain and stuff in the hospital, and he was hanging off by a thread, and she needed help, so she had a whole GoFundMe to get money, and she made over $100,000. Not 100, $13,000. And apparently John had to get his lawyer involved, to go investigate what was going on. Because in her mind, she claimed she was trying to protect her father and all of that stuff because his caregiver wasn't taking care of him. But in what she was really doing was trying to make money off of him. And it's just so sad. This man is a legend out here, you
right.
know and I think there's something going on also with his son, because if you go and check this stuff out, you'll see that his son is also there in the hospital, and I don't know if those two are planning on having some type of fight for whatever John is going to leave back. But there's just something going on. There is something going on, and I don't like this can't be how he's going out. Because John
Child.
says he's doing well. He doesn't understand why she's out there trying to get money for him and stuff. Because he says he's not in any distress at all. He's not in any pain. He's fine. So he does not understand why there's a GoFundMe out there for him.
Wow.
He does not understand. He also has a son, so his son is there with him. So I guess his son will give more information as time progresses and stuff. But John is so upset about how his name is out there. So he has his lawyers on task and whatever, because of the
Mm.
defamatory statements and stuff. But why is his daughter doing this? I don't know. I don't get it. Mm-mm.
Greed.
Yep.
They just wait
Greed.
until he's old and shaky and stuff, and they're just thinking about what they can get.
I didn't even know he had children.
I
I
only
didn't
knew
know
of the
John
son.
Amos
It's
had
of late that
children.
I found out about the daughter, like a few months or so ago. But I knew of the son because I've always seen like videos with him and the son. But he says he's in the hospital for different reasons. It has nothing to do with him being ill and whatever. He only had like some water retention type problem and whatever. So that's what he was addressing. So with her talking about him being so sick and hanging on by a thread and stuff, he was so disheartened to hear that. I
Wow.
don't know. But he says there were some ongoing issues with his daughter. So I think that's the reason why she's trying to take advantage of him and his money at this point. It's sad
I
though.
wonder, is she embarrassed? I would be.
Man.
I wouldn't even put myself in there like that because number one, I'm not doing no GoFundMe. I'm just not gonna do it. I can't. Like the way I'm set up, I cannot do a GoFundMe. I'm not saying there's something wrong with it, but I just can't bring myself to ask people for things. Like I'm like that in real life though. Like
Me too.
it's
Right.
hard for me to ask people to do something for me. Like I will work myself down to the bone, working all day, come home, do it. Is people calling me trying to help fix their and I just can't ask for no help.
I know. I get it. And it also has to do with how you were raised. You know?
Yeah.
Well, you're raised here and your mom says if you don't have it, you do without. You'll be fine. You won't die. If you can't afford something, you save till you can get it, but you don't have to go around begging, and you just work hard for what you want. That's just all you hear growing up. You
Yeah.
know, you're not supposed to look for
Right.
hand me downs. And the most important thing I heard growing up for the whole time, there are two things I heard. It's a saying. I'll say it in English. It's not every drum that knocks that you have to be a part of. Like, meaning it's not every party that's going on you have to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
So you can be left out of stuff sometimes. You don't have to be a part of everything that's happening. Some things you won't be able to attend or be a part of. Some things you can. So you don't have to be a part of everything. And also, I've heard my mom say this too many times. Don't put your hat higher than your hand can reach. Something like that. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how else to translate it. Don't put
Hmm.
your hand higher than where it. Me no remember.
Just like biting off more than you can chew.
Don't buy it right. So take care of stuff. Don't try to be overly ambitious and you can't pay for stuff. Work hard to
Mm-hmm.
get what you want. You know, take care of stuff that you can get. Don't try to put, run yourself broke trying to be a part of the Jones. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Just do what you can. You
And you
know.
know what's crazy about that? A lot of people who live above their means, they are not even doing it for themselves. They are trying to impress other people. Like,
Exactly.
I don't get that. Like, I love my little house, right? I love my house.
Tell me.
I designed this house for me, where
Mhm.
I'm comfortable in the things I like. I don't give a frog's fat fanny. Who else don't like it? You don't have to live here. It's mine.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's one thing my mother did teach me. Like you work for what you have and what you can afford, you take care of it. My mother teach me a lot about humility and honesty and modesty. How to be modest in a world that portrays nothing of that sort. So, and a lot of people look at me as like I'm the type to go against the hype because the hype is just hype. If you have a price to pay behind that hype, and I've always been that way. Like I'm very simple. Although I like nice things, yes, and I like the things that I like, but I can't afford to pay for it. But I'm not going to go out my way to make somebody else feel jealous or envy. Like make it my intention to do something to make my life be envious to others when I know I can't afford it. Like it just does that kind of wiring is not it is not I don't understand it. So but to each his own.
This thing called social media, it has been something else. I know it's a day and age right now. Everybody's doing something for social media. They're doing something to prove something to people who they'll never meet, who they don't know. And it's just encouraged people to be so fake. They have to be living their lives publicly. They are so inauthentic. It's just all fake. They forget to be themselves. You know? It is just causing people to be too fake. You can't be it has caused people to overshare. Everything they're oversharing. You have to give an update of everything that's going on in your life. I don't know. I've never been like that. I've always been a reserved person, and that's just how I intend to stay. I like being in my own little space, doing my own thing. I don't feel like I have to be a part of a group or anything.
Right.
I don't feel the need to fit in because I don't see how it's gonna help me. So like, I don't see what I'll be losing out on. So I don't know. So it's caused people to be like really. Who is Water Sniper? Water Sniper dropped down laughing. But I'm for real though. I can't see myself trying to do stuff to be a part of a group. I'm a one-man band, and there are people I like that I'll be around and stuff, but I don't want to have to do stuff to fit in. I cannot. And I can't come on here and just continuously perform for people that I'll never meet.
Right.
I can't do it. You got to be yourself. You just have to be yourself. At some point, you're going to get tired of it. You know, there has to be some balance between that performance and you just being your own self. I cannot do
That
it.
is my thing. It seems exhausting to put on airs and perform, like you said, perform for people. That's got to be exhausting. Choosing every word, and just, it's so much easier to just be myself.
And then when you be yourself, people are like, oh, she wants to be this. She wants to be, bitch, that's me. This is how I want. This is how I choose to be. You know, I'm not going to be putting on a show for you. I don't have time for the false impressions. I don't like it. I just want to be me and be free. And I was talking about this the other day of this girl. She got herself broke because she wanted to make sure she was traveling so she could post pics and vids on social media. And her account was empty and she was living, you know, in squalor. I don't know why they do it. I don't know. They're
crazy.
faking the fabulous, faking the fab. I don't know. The endless need to fake the fabulous is so funny to me. I am sorry. I cannot.
I don't get it. I would rather be okay than appear to be okay, if that makes sense. I don't know.
And then you have these people who come on here extorting their followers and stuff. I don't like that. It is too much. It is too much.
It really. Now, Carrie and Connie, and if Ronnie Q is still in here, I want her take on this too, if you have time, because I know you said you were getting ready to go earlier, and we just came up and kidnapped you, held you hostage. But
it's okay.
I had an incident happen last weekend. First of all, I'm OCD. I think I've told you that before. Like, I had to get counseling. It was so, I'm that kind of OCD.
Okay.
So if I'm at your house, it could be sparkling clean. I will find something to clean or straighten, or I'm doing this all the time, right? And most of my friends and family love when I come over because they know I'm gonna get the cleaning. So I was at a cousin's house, and he and his wife wanted to go out. So I stayed, like, I'll stay here, keep the kids, whatever. And their house wasn't nasty. I'm not saying that. It was very well lived in, kind of cluttery, right? So I cleaned. Well, you know, they were gone for most of the night. So I cleaned up. I did every room in that house except for her office and their bedroom. Cleaned, straightened, done laundry, that whole thing. I enjoy cleaning. So I'm just, you know, once I got the kids situated, I'm just having myself a good old time, got the music cranked. I'm cleaning. She had some house plants. And when I watered them, one of them kind of spilled. The water was leaking out the bottom of the pot. So I set that on the patio. I'm done. They get back. When they came in the house, her first words were, "Who moved my plant?" And I explained, it's on the patio. I watered it and whatever. And something else, I don't remember. It was something else she said that just let me know that she was displeased with this situation. And I don't know if long story stupider, because it's too late to make it short. They ended up arguing. I don't know if they thought I was asleep, but I was sitting there listening to them argue.
No. Okay, let me not ask any questions. Go ahead with your story.
You know, about me cleaning up. And because he did make some kind of comment like, you should be happy, or, you know, the house look. He caught that she was being nasty towards me, and he kind of shut her down. So I don't know if that part is what upset her, or if she was just that upset that I cleaned up. So my question is, because like I said, I do this all the time. Have I been running around offending people, not knowing it?
Yes, yes, because I'm gonna tell you a story. My mother has
I'm
OCD,
laughing
right,
the whole
Newbie?
time you're saying it because that's my mom.
Yes, my mother has OCD. When she goes to my brother's house, and she will see dishes in the sink, and she'll be called, like, the kids, they teenagers now, so she'll be like, y'all come and help your mama and your daddy, do this, and she's jumping in there washing dishes, she's organizing things. And so at a point it was okay because the wife made it. She was like, okay, it's okay, you come in here and clean up too, I don't want to do it anyway. And then it came out that recently that it's a problem now. It's a problem now. She's like, okay, but I just want to come to y'all house. Y'all won't clean up the way I like it to look. I can't help myself, so I won't come. And so, yeah, you can be offending people, but I understand the struggle. I really do.
But is that your first time doing it at that house, though, Newbie? Was it your first time doing it at her house?
I'm going to have to say no because I've been there a few. It was the first time I'd done a big, thorough clean like that. Yeah.
Maybe, as the woman of the house, she feels some type of way because she's
Yeah,
feeling less than because she does the cleaning and stuff. And you came and you probably did a better job than her. So she
showed her
probably
up.
feels some kind of
Mhm,
way because it does
Mm.
show her up,
mhm.
so it makes her feel some type of way because she's supposed to be, you know, the woman of the house that keeps it, keeps her home. And
Yeah.
then here comes, is it that you're friends with the husband or her? Which one?
The
Or
husband is
both?
my cousin.
Right, the husband. There you go. And now your friend comes around and she's cleaning and she's showing me up. And the fact that she had a problem to ask who moved her plants, she already knows who did it. But
Right.
they were arguing and you heard, I would feel some kind of way though.
I was
I
so
would be packing my
uncomfortable.
bags while they were in there arguing.
Like, God, do
I
I
would be
say
making
something or
calls for Airbnbs around.
I would have been like,
That's how I move.
it's
That's how I am. A
I'm
matter
with
of fact,
you.
I always, before I go somewhere, I'm not gonna lie, if I'm going to go somewhere, I always check out like places around that I can stay before I go there. That's
right?
how
Yeah.
I am.
But what it was in this situation, three of my daughters live in the same town. Well, two of them have been there. The youngest girl moved to the same town with her sister. So we were all kind of there, helping her get situated in her new place. The cousin also lives in this town. So they just had a baby. And, it was, they asked me to, keep the kids. So I'm like, cool, this is y'all first time getting out after the baby, whatever. I'll just stay over here this night and keep the kids. So that's why I was there. So I don't know, like, I'm sorry. I did not mean, because they were going at it, and I'm like, oh my God, what have I done? Y'all went quiet on me.
Newbie,
On mute. Okay, can you hear me?
Okay. There we go. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I refreshed and it dropped me down because I wasn't hearing anything. I didn't know it was on my end or not.
Oh no, there was no sound. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
But I just, you know, I will definitely sit with that and kind of, it makes me feel like, gee, should I go back? But no, most of the people whose houses I visit, most of my family and stuff, they like it when, like Strictly Platinum said in the chat, I would make excuses for you to come over. This is fine. People appreciate it.
But then
And I
you're gonna
just
have
felt like, with a new baby, I know how that can be hectic.
right.
You might not have had time to get all the laundry done or, things of that nature. I don't know. I'll try to
And
chill
maybe she feels some kind of way, because maybe she tried cleaning up and stuff before you came. So the fact that you found stuff to do, she's probably thinking, oh, I did my best, and then she actually found more stuff to clean and stuff. So it may make her feel some type of way, like you're showing her up to her husband. But you know what? If they already know that this is how you are, you'll be fine. Once you guys are like real friends, it shouldn't be a problem. So maybe next time you probably won't help her then,
Exactly.
Maybe next time. Some people feel like, it's meddling and, it's your personal space and people going, touching my stuff and whatever. I get that part. Some people, they're like that. They don't like people touching their stuff or moving stuff. So I can understand that. And some people, they're okay with it. They see it as you helping.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have different people doing, responding differently to
right.
it,
I think for the most part, from the bits and pieces that I heard of the argument they were having, because I was trying my hardest not to listen, but you really couldn't help overhearing some things. I think she felt judged, and that was not it at all. I was not judging her.
Did you say it to her?
I didn't say anything. When they woke up that morning, I was gone.
Oh, you laughed.
Not you left, movie.
Yes, I did.
That's me, girl. I would have left that same night.
Right.
But you know what? You probably don't want to break up a friendship over something like that, But,
Right.
But I would have probably left or talk to them the next morning. I would, because I would want you to know how I feel. Because at the end of the day, you're helping. But, if you don't like it as a friend, say, it's okay. When you come, you don't have to clean. It's okay. We want you to relax when you come here, She could have said something like that to you for it to not seem as bad,
Mm-hmm.
But I guess some friends will be happy for you because they know, ooh, she's coming around. I'm going to get some help here.
I have a cousin back in Michigan like that. She loved when I tell her I'm coming, like, oh God, I don't have to clean up.
Girl. So I hope you're not doing like heavy cleaning. It's like really heavy cleaning or light stuff.
It depends on how comfortable I am with the person. But sometimes heavy cleaning.
Oh.
And like I said, a lot of people appreciate it because I'm very good at organizing. And that's the most, I won't even say heavy cleaning, but like reorganizing and putting,
putting stuff in place.
Right. And a lot of people appreciate it. I have one male cousin. He has to call me sometimes like, where is my, I put it in the medicine cabinet where it goes,
Connie fell off. Let me put the link back. Maybe she's busy or something happened. I don't know. But I'll drop the link again. Okay. Yeah.
But I am going to talk to them. It's been a lot going on, so I just haven't had since I left. I just went back to my daughter's place, but it's been a lot going on, and they know that. So I'll get a chance to talk to them. But I wanted to also give her time to calm down, or have time to just think about it and breathe. Because honestly, if I would have tried, I feel like if I would have stayed there and tried to talk to her that morning, or even if I would have let them know that I can hear y'all, where her attitude was, it would have been an issue. So to avoid all that, I just packed
Okay.
my little red bag and left.
Okay, got. Do you think they know that that's why you left, or maybe they just say, "Okay, I watched the children, I came, and I'm gone." Do you think they know that that's why you left, or no?
I'm not sure. I don't
Because you
think
you would have left anyway because you only came to watch the children for the night, right?
right.
Okay. Okay.
And it happened to be I would have left that night, but it was storming. So I was kind
Oh,
of trying to wait for the storm to let up
okay.
before I left. So I'm almost positive that they didn't realize I could hear them. And I
Mm-hmm.
say that because of what was being said.
Okay. Well, you know what? If you end up going there again,
Mhm.
don't clean.
Right.
Don't clean. Or maybe the area that you'll be staying in, a room or whatever, maybe you can clean that area. But,
Hmm.
if you don't have to, don't do it. And if it comes up, if anything comes up, you can probably, let them know I heard what happened. And, if there's anything else that you're uncomfortable with me, since we're friends, just say it to me. We should be cool. As friends, I should be able to, be okay with your boundaries or what your likes or dislikes
Hmm.
because we're supposed to be cool if we're friends.
Right.
Yeah. So if it's not something that's gonna, break your friendship up, you guys should be okay. Whenever the time comes for you guys to talk about it, then you do.
We will.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we will. But I
But
have to, I guess, be more mindful of people feeling, But like I don't just go to random people like the first time I visit you, I'm gonna just get up and clean up your house. It's family and people that I'm familiar with and that are familiar with me.
yeah.
And all of these people kind of see how I keep house at my house, so
Hmm.
they know, you know.
Yeah. And I want to think that maybe they also know you went to you said you went to counseling for it
Yes,
or therapy. What's the word you use?
therapy.
Therapy. Kaki says, "I feel you, newbie." I don't think I think I'm at a scale. Let me see. I'm at 6 on that scale. I was probably at 9 or thereabout at some point. But newbie, I can't do it. It takes a toll on you mentally. Because everything that you see that is not in alignment is gonna drive you nuts.
Hmm.
So you gotta say, okay, people are different. I may be seeing stuff they don't. I don't have to straighten everything I see. I don't
Right.
have to I don't have to. So that's what I tell myself. So I tone it all the way down. And I've had like some time ago, like somebody I was with, they got upset with me. They got upset. So
Mm.
like it was a big thing. It became a big thing that made it feel as if I was saying, "Oh, you're nasty. Oh, you're this or you're that." I'm like, no. I just see things that needs cleaning and I'm cleaning. That's
Right.
all it is. So, males for some, not all, because it depends. They don't see a problem with certain things. Oh, it's okay. I'll use it tomorrow. It can stay there. And I'm like, but if it has a place, why not
Mhm.
put it in the place that it belongs?
Exactly.
That's just how I view it. Okay.
Exactly.
But that's not bothering anybody while it's there. Well, it's kind of bothering me a little bit.
Right.
Like
Right.
seriously,
Well,
just
I
fix the
am
darn thing.
so
You
much
know?
better. And the thing that drove me to therapy, I was so, but I don't know how to explain the feeling. I remember it. I don't get that way anymore, thank God. But it is like anything that was out of it would, I don't know how to explain how it would make me feel. It just would drive me crazy. And this one night, like I used to be a counter too. Like I cannot just, everything has to be even numbered. And I still kind of do that with the light. I try not to. And Mr. even got lamps that shut off differently. The kind you twist and click. I would have to twist
Yeah.
it 3 or 4 times, and I would count weird.
Oh,
It was weird.
ooh, newbie, it's bad then.
It was horrible. And
Yeah.
when we decided, because I didn't want to take the medication, right? They have medication that's supposed to help with this. I didn't want to take the medication because in my mind, what if I take the medication and I start being junky and dirty? So I didn't want to take the medication. And then this one night, oh God, it had to be 3 o'clock in the morning. we had this big, huge rug in the foyer of the house, and it had fringes all the way around the rug. And I think maybe I was going to the kitchen to get water, and the fringes were like out of place. They were not straight.
Right.
And I went and got a wide tooth comb, and I was on my hands and knees combing the fringes. And Mr. said, he got up, he said, "Baby, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "Well, I couldn't go back to sleep that would have bothered me. I wouldn't be able to get back to sleep." And so, yeah, it was kind of like intervention time, Heffa. It's time for you to get some help.
Some things you can't let it go. Some things it makes no sense, because it's going
Right.
to stress you out. But I get, that everybody is different. I get it.
Mhm.
Some things bother people, some things doesn't, I'll be the one who's straightening everything so things are aligned. But I kind of, I have those talks with myself, and I've brought myself down. Like I said, I'm probably at a 5 right now, or a 4. The most that bothers me is if your cupboards, if your stuff, if you don't have them labeled if the labels aren't turned facing out, if stuff are not organized, that drives me nuts. But I'll be okay, because I do have my junk drawer, so who am I? You have that one drawer that you throw stuff in, but then everything has to have a place. That's my thing. But I don't do like the rituals and stuff. I don't do those types of things where I have to count or do stuff evenly and stuff. I just like stuff in order, or stuff placed where they belong. That's just me.
Right. It's so much easier to function when you know where things are. I don't know, but I guess everybody has a system, because I have one she always say it's an organized mess, and to me, it's cluttered and junky, but she knows where everything is.
Yeah, there are some people like that. They know where everything is, and the minute you go there thinking you're straightening stuff up, you are messing with their mentals, because they know where everything is, and now they're gonna have to be trying to look everywhere to find stuff. And that, I'm laughing because that has happened to me in somebody's kitchen before, so I'll keep on mute for that one.
I have legit lost a job. I was working at a shoe store, and I spent the entire day straightening the damn shoes. I didn't get anything else done because I'm constantly straightening shoes. You know how the shoes in the box, they have like one facing up and one is laying on the side?
Yeah.
I spent the entire day, and they didn't fire me for that, but I know that that's the reason they let me go. I know it.
Wow. That would if you stayed there, it would have made you go crazy. But Cocky in the chat. Cocky says a lot of women like me also, because apparently Cocky was like that. And happy Father's Day to you, Cocky Brown.
Oh, happy Father's Day.
Very Cocky Brown. Because he said that women liked him for that, but at some point they didn't after a while, because they started hating it. So, and he says his father had those rituals. Oh, so you probably got some of that. Yeah, I don't do like the counting and the repeating of stuff. I don't do that, but I just much prefer stuff in order. That's just me. And I think if you open stuff, close it. Why leave it open? Like, those things annoy me. If you're gonna put something in a space, straighten it. Those things annoy me. But I don't get like very compulsive or obsessive when it comes to like stuff like, this person's gonna give me some type of I'm sorry, I don't have this. While you may be concerned about people contaminating some stuff and whatever, I do feel that type of way. I don't like people handling certain types of stuff that I'm gonna eat or whatever. Or if I'm gonna buy food, I like going to those places where you can watch to see what the workers are doing, so you can figure out whether or not you want to eat there. I like the open concept type stuff. It just depends. It depends on how I'm feeling on a good day too.
Right. But, and 2 things. I think I told you before. I do not eat birthday cake at parties.
I know. I don't either, girl. You're not going to be blowing on that
because
candle.
They blow on it when they're blowing the candles out. I don't want your germs.
I thought I was the only one. Girl, don't give me your cake. Okay. Especially if I watch you blowing on that thing and I'm looking to see if spittle goes on that. I am not
Right.
eating that cake. Okay. You better have some prepackaged.
Right. And another thing I can do
I thought
is,
I was the only one thinking
no,
about it.
ma'am. And I
And
don't
and
share
this
toothpaste either. I don't
no,
want to
I
use
don't
the
like sharing.
toothpaste
Nuh-uh.
because
Hold
you
on,
are
Connie wants the link.
okay. That is touching your the toothbrush. Ew.
Right. Do you know that this is something that I've been carrying with me from a child? Because we used to go to a lot of birthday parties when we were younger. So this is not me into my adulthood like this. This is me thinking about it when I used to go there and when I used to watch. You're 6, you're 7, going
Right.
up, and you're saying, they can't even blow the candles out. And you keep looking and you're saying, but there's spit coming out. There's
Exactly.
spit and the blowing, their hot breath over the thing. This is how I'm saying I am much older now and I still think about it to this
Mhm.
day. And this is why I don't eat the cakes.
And
If
then
you're gonna be blowing on it, I can't eat it.
have you been to parties where the kid couldn't get the candles blown out and then like 3 or 4 people help him, so you got 3 or 4 people blowing on it?
Don't drive me crazy, girl. Whoa, the thought. It's a happy moment. I'm happy for you, but I'll pass on the cake.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not being scornful and stuff, but it's just who I am.
I'm so glad I'm not the only one.
I didn't make myself this way, and I'm not looking down at you or anything.
Mm-mm.
But it's just I'm not that bad. I just like things in an orderly and symmetrical way, and that's just it. I don't think it's that bad. Mm-mm. And I just like objects faced a certain way. That's about it. And if you open stuff, close it. That's about it. And I don't like crowds.
I don't like crowds either, Carrie.
And that is one of the reasons why I don't go to like a lot of events and stuff anymore. But prior to this, if I'm going to go to an event, you best be getting me backstage passes, or I got to be up at the front or something. Yeah, I cannot. Gotta be VIP or something.
Even on YouTube, do you notice I don't hit panels when it's a lot of people in the chat?
Yep. I know. Or if you do, you don't talk a lot.
Mm-mm.
I know.
I am not one for crowds at all.
And then some of the people who click on the panels, some of them, not all. Some of them, they're just there to show out, and it's just too much. You gotta just be careful of the energy you're around,
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing. Kaki says we're a lot alike. Well, you know what? I'm happy. There are certain things I'm happy that doesn't, because you got some people, they have certain compulsive signs that you can see. They got to wash themselves until their skin becomes raw, or they wash them. They use the hot. They will they will use only hot water to wash their hands. I don't know how they do it.
I do.
I don't know. Yeah, are you one of?
Yes.
You be girl. How the hell do you? Why are you scalding your hand? Well, I can't ask you why, because you didn't make yourself. But I'm saying you're burning yourself.
Yeah, we go back and forth, me and Mister, to this day, because he turns the temperature on the water heater. He turns it down, and I go and turn it right back up. I don't know. I just feel like
he knows why he turns it down, because he knows. He knows. Strictly Platinum, you know it. You remember the toilet paper. It has to be turned a certain way. Do you have it over or under? Oh, Connie's in the back. Sorry, Connie. Hold on. Like simple things. And this is why I told you it was a problem. Okay. This is why I told you it was a problem with me and somebody else who I was with a long time ago. Because I'm like, could you please not turn the toilet paper that way? Could you put it over? Could you please close the toothpaste, the cap when you're done? Could you put it the direction that you saw it? Could you not squeeze from the top? There's so many things that really... Ooh.
And I have
get intense.
Don't laugh at
Oh
me.
God.
But I bought the stand-up toilet paper things, and you can like store 3 or 4 at the bottom of it, and then it has the holder. I had a
Yeah,
really cute one now because it has an extra little shelf. I can set my phone there or something like that
I
when
got
I'm
one.
on the throne. I got those kind because the kind on the wall, I like my toilet paper under, but I hate the way it looks. So with the other one, it looks better to me. I don't know. I had to get those and put
I am an over girl. Strictly's over. Connie, are you an over or under? Newbie's under. I'm over.
Yeah, I was a under, and then we had this discussion, and now I have been converted because I didn't realize that it really mattered. When I thought about it, I make sure I put my Felicia over.
You go, girl.
Yes.
Cocky,
Yes.
Cocky, let me see if we have the same thing. Cocky says toilet paper at places. I got a whole ritual. Cocky, let me guess. You take off like a whole fistful. Well, not a fistful. You wrap it around and take like a whole amount off and throw it out before you use it if you're in public spaces.
Yep.
I wrap it around my hand at least 10, 15 times to get rid of the top layer.
Yes, and dump it, and dump it, and dump it. Yes.
I am not touching what you just left, and I don't care. I don't know how you took that off. Okay,
Right.
I am.
Yeah, I
wrapping that
wanted to
around,
come up here
wheeling
real
that
quick.
around.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
go
want. Sorry, Kara, I didn't mean. Go ahead. I think I might have a delay.
No, that's okay. Ronnie Q says she's an over. You go, Ronnie Q.
Yes,
Jackie, me and my husband just had the particle conversation, so now we got to go find another damn toilet paper holder because he don't want to use the toilet paper that's out in the open. And
But
also,
I get the ones that you still have them in the plastic though. So the other 3 or 4 that goes below, they're still wrapped
yeah, they're
up
still
or
in the
plastic because I
Yeah,
don't
the
want no
side.
dust or anything
Mhm.
touching it.
Yeah.
Or the thought of anything crawling on it.
this is another
I'll
thing.
go crazy.
You see people with the sink sets. You got your toothbrush holder that matches the soap thing, and those are really cute. But I cannot do it. My toothbrush is in a little holder inside my drawer because
Mine is. Yep, mine is right now.
poop
In
part
the
of
in
it
the, in the
goes
travel,
air.
it's one of those travel
Right.
toothbrush things, and I stick it in the medicine cabinet away from everybody. Yes.
And it's
Well, me and
still
my husband.
covered.
Exactly.
Okay. And
Yes.
it's still covered.
Yes.
Woo!
And that's why I wanted to come up to tell y'all how crazy my mom has really put something on me, because my husband, I cannot forget, this was our first pretty much disagreement, spat, or whatever you want to call it. I didn't feed too much into it, but he was very outraged. And so he had just found out that his half brother had died. And we was riding in the car, and he found out, and I was eating an apple. And then he was like, Can I have your apple? Because he was hungry. He was on the way to get something to eat. And I guess he just needed something to chew on or something to forget. I don't know what it was, but he just wanted that apple. And I tell you, I gave him the apple, but in my mind said, I'm not taking the apple back. And do you know this man handed me the apple back? And I said, oh, no, I'm good. I want it. Oh, so you don't want it because I bite on the apple? Exactly. Do you know what apple does? Apple clean teeth, nigga. What?
Right.
I'm not about to fight after that apple. Oh, he said I scorned him, and he went through a whole tirade. But I didn't do too much. I said, maybe he's just like that right now because he didn't really know his half brother, but he got the news, so maybe he's just, really up on 10 right now. Okay, so that situation happened. Then come turn around, he want to eat off my plate. This is when we were dating. And I'm like, you want to eat off my plate with my fork? Like, my fork, like, I got to give it to you? And he says that I scorned him. So he said that for like a whole year, like, I'm acting too bougie and I think I'm better than him. I'm like, no, it's really not that. It's just that I don't want to trans. Oh, when you tongue kiss me down.
You
No,
kiss him though. They're gonna say
it's
that. They
different.
say that.
It's different. You stick your tongue in my mouth. No, it's different. I cannot eat an apple after you, buddy. Like, come on now. We scrape all plaque and all kind of stuff when we eat the apple. No, I can't do that. So he calls me to this day. He calls me bougie, and I don't know, just certain things I just don't do. I just don't do, and he don't like it, but I'm okay with it. I'll be calm with her.
And don't you, especially the straws. Don't try to. Why would you want to drink when I'm drinking? I don't like it. I can see. I could try if it's your husband. That's different. But like, I still don't want to do it.
You know what broke me up from that? A cousin of mine. We were younger.
Or
This
a
was like,
cup. Not the straw isn't as bad as the cup. When you put that up to your mouth, it touches your lip or whatever, your tongue, and some is going back in that cup. Why do I need to drink from it? Why do you need to drink from my face?
when I was little,
I'd be digging
I let
my
my
toe in the
cousin.
ground thinking of it.
I let a cousin when I was little drink off of my straw. That was the last time I ever did anything with the sharing of anything mouth related. But he chewed my straw, just chewed it until it was flat.
Oh, I'm
And
sorry.
like, did you honestly expect me to put that back in my mouth? And I cannot. And you know something, what y'all just talked about? People don't believe me when I tell them this, but I don't tongue kiss. Very seldom do I do that. And it is always in a crucial moment.
It's true. Like, I don't do it as much as I used to, but yeah, you're right. It's not as much, but it's very seldom. Although, I mean, we brush our teeth, we have healthy teeth. But
Let me guess.
my thing
You do it
is,
once you know they just brushed their teeth
didn't
and the
mean
tongue.
you better brush your tongue if you living in my house. Matter of fact, what if your cousins came over here and they came in on visit us, if I sit in the bathroom, he's gonna take a little shower or whatever. He come back out. I said, "Did you brush your teeth?" Yeah. No. Was I supposed to? I said, "Is that not part of washing your body?" He like, I'm like, no, that's part of washing your body. If you don't need to clean your body, that's part of in the shower and brush your teeth, wash your hair, do all that you do. And they were looking at me crazy, child.
People have some weird ideas. Connie, this one time, my best friend had a dinner party, right? This is so funny. It pisses her off to this day when I talk about it. So I always bring it up because it makes her mad to this day. She had a dinner party. One of the last guests was coming in. They came in, the woman went right to the food. And my friend tells her, there's a bathroom right there, a restroom, you go wash your hands in there. And she turned around and looked at her with all kind of confidence, like, "Oh, that's my hands clean. I took a bath before I left home." Excuse me. Do you know how many things?
You took a what before you left? What?
Excuse me. And how many things? Oh no, I got.
How many things have you touched since you left your doggone shower? Oh,
Right.
Did you
Hold
put
on, I didn't
lotion on?
notice I have Ronnie Q in the back. I'm sorry, guys. 1 second. I just looked
Okay.
down. Is that you, Ronnie? I gotta make sure it's her.
It's me. Can you hear me?
Okay. Hey, Ronnie Q.
Hey, Luby. Hey, Connie.
This is right up your alley, girl.
So what do you do after you get out of the tub? You lotion your body, you lotion your feet, and then you going over somebody's house and dipping your hand in their kitchen pots? No, ma'am.
And how many things did you touch before you touched my pot? You touched the door handle, you
Door
touched
handle.
the keys, you touched so many other stuff.
Your
And then you're
dirty
Purse, keys, your purse. Ain't no telling
your dirty ass gear shift.
Upstairs and glided your hand on the hand.
scratched your hair.
No,
You hug somebody. I know you hug somebody when you walk in the house. Jesus.
Right. My friend wanted to kill that woman. It wasn't funny then, but it's funny now when I think about it. She wanted to kill that girl.
This is the funny thing, like that drinking behind people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even like to drink. My husband, he'll like grab my cup and he'll drink out of it, and I'll be like, I just don't like drinking. I just don't like drinking behind people. But he don't have no problem with it. And then I just be wanting to just
scream. I do the internal scream, Ronnie.
Oh, exactly.
I scream inside.
Exactly. But then it's funny because I was talking to somebody. I was like, I don't like to drink behind people. And it's like, yeah, but you can suck a dick real quick. I was like, oh, shut up.
It's different. Oh.
Yeah, so they're like, how can you not drink behind somebody? I was like, I just don't like it. My little brother, we used to call him Slobber because he always had a little wet mouth, and then he'll be concentrating, and then all of a sudden he'll start dribbling on himself. Yeah, like when he was a young kid, and then he always had to catch his slobber, like, like he concentrated. So yeah, he always, like when he was a young kid, like before he went to school. But
I got a problem with spit.
He was young, and I was holding him, and he had I had given him the rest of my soda, and then I took it back, and then I didn't know he had drank it all because it still had ice in there. And then when I sucked it up, it was like I was like, oh my god, oh my god.
Lord.
Oh my god!
Oh Lord!
Yeah, but he was a toddler. He was a little toddler, but I was just like, so that like introduced me to like, I can't do that. Can't drink behind anyone else. And it was in the straw. So
I don't like hearing people spit. I don't like seeing people spit.
Even my kids. Like my husband said I scorn my kids. They just try to drink out my cup or something like that. And I'm like, no, I'll fix your own cup. Or what my husband say, he side-eyed me. Oh, what kind of woman is your mom?
I hate
all Carrie.
Now, I hate when people just spit, but any spitting. But when they hark and spit
in front of you,
disgusting.
I don't like hearing it. I don't like seeing it. It's flying, especially if it's across your face. They're doing it, and you're right there.
Oh, disgusting! I hate spitting.
I used to have an ex like that. He used to spit all the time, hawking up spit.
I don't like it.
I used to have an uncle, and we used to go visit my grandmother, and it was like on the highway. It was like 40, 50 miles away, and he used to do that deep heart, and then he used to spit out the window while we were driving on the highway, like at 55 miles an hour. And every time he did it, it's his daughter and me and my sister, we used to go, we like we lay down in the back seat, like, like what if it flies?
The fun of it. I got somebody in my family who does it a lot, and I hate it. And every time I'm around them, I said, "So do you have to do that when I'm here?" Like, but I feel some kind of way because they're saying I can't help it. It's like what? It's something drain or something sinus or whatever. I don't know. But I'm saying, but do you have to do it like where people are? So we're in a whole conversation right now, and in the middle of the conversation, I'm hearing, I'm like, do I have to hear it? Do I have to see?
At least you don't hear that.
And I gotta be mindful because I got bad allergy issues too. So, I do different stuff, scratch my ear and my throat and whatever. So I kind of, I can't be too hard on it, but it really does affect me. So I gotta be mindful of that too.
You missed my other comment when you were talking about the bathroom issues. We went to visit my husband's friend in New York, and please say on Long Island, and he has a whole like basement set up, and it's just like it's almost like an Airbnb. The entrance is right at the top of the stairs, so you don't even have to like go through the rest of the house or anything, and it's cool. But girl, I went in the bathroom, and I could not believe the number of magazines, and I would never touch anybody's reading material. I don't know why people think that the bathroom is a place for reading material. Like, you think I'm gonna pick up something that you've been sitting on the toilet thumbing through? No, ma'am.
You better do like how I did as a child. You better do how I did as a child. Read the air freshener can, child, and go on about your business.
Read the peroxide and alcohol bottle and all that shit.
Yes. Grab something to read.
Something that's gonna say, why would somebody put read material in here? I can just see somebody sitting. No, ma'am.
They're getting comfy on their throne, Ronnie Q. Reading material? Oh, Lord. No, not on the throne.
No, ma'am.
How many stuff happen when you flush the toilet? Let me not.
Oh my God.
Yes. And a lot of
it
people close the lid when they flush it.
It makes me think about this person who does everything in their bathroom.
Exactly.
In this sector here.
Yes.
Everything.
And you know what?
Eat in a bathroom.
Drink, smoke.
Well, you know what? I see a couple of people in this sector be in public bathrooms with open cans of soda and even putting their cell phones down on the public bathroom.
Who did that?
Brooke was in the bathroom with an open can of soda, putting the phone down. Putting the soda down to take selfies and to talk. And I was like, how disgusting. I would not
She
go
took a soda in the bathroom.
An open can of soda. I would not go in. I won't go in any
Why?
bathroom.
Why would you take a soda in the bathroom? In any bathroom, even if it was my house, I wouldn't even take an open nothing. No drink, nothing going in my bathroom.
Not in my bathroom. That's going in my mouth. That's just me, and I'm not acting extra. I'm just saying, it's like baffles me. I'm not gonna put my phone up on the public sink, countertop, or anything.
Exactly.
When I'm in a public bathroom, I am like, oh, I ain't touching nothing. And my elbow,
you just want to get in and out,
and all that type of stuff. And oh my God, I cannot believe, like Ness, she's always putting her phone down and showing herself wash her hands. I'm like, what's the use of washing your hands? You gonna pick up the nasty phone off the damn sink countertop? That's disgusting.
I thought I was the only one thinking that. Thought I was the only one thinking about that. What's the sense of washing your hands? Your phone is already on picking up all those freaking bacteria, germs, and stuff, and you're gonna touch it again.
What's the sense of washing your hands? What's the sense of washing your hands if you're going to use your bare hands to turn the water off? That's why I'm so glad that so many places have those automatic faucets that come on.
Yes.
And they had to reconfigure them because some of the technology wouldn't recognize brown skin. And I was wondering why sometimes I go to the sink and I have like such a hard time turning it on, but they had to reconfigure them because some of them didn't recognize brown skin.
Are you serious, Ronnie Q?
I'm very serious. You can check it out for yourself. Yes, but if they have where you have to lift the handle, turn a handle, or whatever, that I am not touching that.
I have a routine.
Girl, straight up routine. I dry my hands. I turn off if I gotta turn off the sink, I turn off the sink, and then I take that thing over to the door handle. If I gotta pull the door handle out, I open the door, and then if they don't have a trash can right by the door, I'm dropping it on the floor behind the door. That's it, and that's all. I'm keeping somebody employed.
Oh, listen, I am not touching the door with my bare hands.
No way.
And
if you have a push swing, so I don't have to worry about that.
Mm-hmm. I overthink these stuff.
Because some of them, like some businesses, they're so large where they can have that where you walk in and it's a wall right in front of you, and then you got to turn and you don't have to open a door and just walk in the public bathrooms. But I don't understand. Now I notice most companies, they have a trash can right by the door. It seems like they caught on that people are just going to throw a napkin or their hand drying towel. But those damn ones with the air dryer, to save money and just have an air dryer or something, if I would look to make sure that the door is a push out door before I dry my hands on that. And if not, I'll go in the bathroom and I'll take a toilet seat cover and then I'll or some tissue
or
and then
paper towel. Yep. That's what I do. That's what I do. Thank God we have those sensors, because I don't like having to turn the tap on. I don't like feeling it. I don't like the idea of knowing a lot of people's hands touch it, because what's the point? Because you washed your hands, now you have to touch it to turn it off.
Right.
It's just gonna feel like it's all dirty. My hands are gonna be all dirty again because I had to turn it off. So I have a whole system. I have to check stuff out before I use it, so I can know if I need to go grab some toilet paper or a paper towel or whatever to turn that on, and have some more tucked away to turn it off. I gotta have some tucked to open the door, and it's a whole. And
depending on what type of pants I have on, I have to make sure that when I squat over the toilet,
that it don't touch the toilet or the floor.
Not touching the floor, or the back of my waist is not touching the toilet seat. I'll hold them out, grip them with one hand and make them floods and grip the crotch. I'm good. I can't. It's an ordeal going to public restrooms. Yeah, but have you went over to anybody's house? I don't think they do it nowadays like they used to do it back in the day. And they had those cushion toilet seats.
Lord.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
And they have that plastic. Go ahead. Go ahead, Connie.
No, go ahead. No, I was gonna say I remember going to people's house and then they have that cushion and then they have a slit in it. And I'm like, what the world? You got a crack in the doggone cushion? I'm like, what in the world? And then it's dried up. Oh, I can imagine what was splashed on there.
And it has that seam. It has a little seam right there at the bottom, like going into like the toilet. It has that seam where it's seamed together, and you go in there and people have all kind of stuff in the
dried up. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's disgusting.
Are you okay, newbie? Newbie, are you handling this okay?
5 times during this conversation.
Oh, I'm telling you, like it's
it's a lot. We go through a lot.
I done sprayed myself 17 times.
Newbie's cleaning up.
Newbie got the Lysol out.
Newbie has a hand spray. She's making sure she disinfects while she's talking. The thought of it, you go through a lot. And Cocky's in the chat. Cocky's going through the same thing. Cocky knows it. You know it, Cocky. Especially, there you go. This one right here. Strictly says he doesn't like hearing people eat, because I don't like people chewing loudly either. But you know what? Some people don't know that they're loud. Or you like, I don't like hearing let me not talk about it.
Okay, you know what? I have to constantly remind right there. Go ahead, Ronnie. Sorry. No, I was going to say I have to constantly remind myself that I smack sometimes. I have to make it a literal reminder sometimes, because I do smack. My husband, he don't care, but when I get around my mom, oh my gosh, she hates it. She like, oh my God, you smacking. Like, sometimes I can't help it. I be smacking, and I'm gonna have to make it a constant reminder. You're smacking. You're gonna smack. So try to keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth closed when you're chewing. But yeah, it is really. It's not cute.
People say make the food taste better.
Sometimes you're having so much fun eating, you don't even realize it. You know that you're smacking loudly.
And I can tolerate it to a certain degree. But I had this aunt that she sounded like she was having sex when she was eating. Just
oh my God, Newbie, that's me. I be humming. I am your aunt. I'm your aunt. That's me. I be like, and I take my time with my food too. I take my time. Like, then everybody they be making jokes like, Boy, Connie, boy, she can really bless some food now. She can really. I take my time with my food. I like to taste everything, and I be the smack. And no, you smack it. Stop that.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
it's
Cocky says
really.
I moan when I eat.
Yeah,
Oh
it's a
Lord.
moaning. It's a
Cocky says
moaning.
I know, but I can't help it.
Yeah, it's a moaning. Yes,
Yeah, I
Khaki.
know what you guys are talking about because when I was little, me and my cousins we used to be around each other every day, and we were grown, and we were at a barbecue or something, and we were eating, and then they was like, "Oh, I know Ronnie, she enjoying the food. Her foot is going back and forth." And I was like, "What?" And they were like, "You used to do that when you were a kid. You still move your foot back and forth."
Oh,
Again.
listen,
Like, what?
listen, Ronnie, don't let me be in the house with my feet. I'll get the rubbing the feet and everything, just like my daddy. I take right after him, rub the feet
I
and
couldn't
everything.
believe. But when they said it, it was like I couldn't deny it. I was like, it was like I had a deja vu, and I went all through my life, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's true."
No lies detected.
That is too funny.
Mm-hmm.
I was with somebody like that before. The feet, it went in circles. It was shaking first,
Yeah.
but it goes in circles. And that's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I'm like, so are you saying the food is that good? I'm like, I'm flattered. Well, I guess, he goes in his zone. I don't know. I don't understand it, but you know what? Do your thing. I don't understand it. But if it's good, I guess, if you're comfortable, do your thing. Ooh, Kaki says, I do a little dance. Oh, Lord.
Wow.
Oh, wait a minute, Khaki. Wait, you putting 20 on 10 now. You ain't doing no dance.
I need some of the food Khaki and Connie over there eating has got them doing all that. I want to taste that
Rub
food.
my feet together. Listen, moaning and rubbing my feet together. That's my signature.
You ever heard somebody eating? They're like, like something's like really hitting the soul. No,
sometimes I do that, like when I'm in a family setting and I know one of my aunts, like she put a heart in and it tastes really good. I might say something like that. Ooh, auntie, God, you put your foot in that. There now. But not on a regular basis. Nah, I ain't doing all that.
Oh, we've been all over the place.
Right.
But like Khaki was saying that he used to hold the teacup at the rim, and when he taking the tea to his grandmother, and she had to tell him don't do that. When he made her tea,
right.
Well, now my mother used to wake us up early because she went to work early before us, and to make sure that we were awake, so we wouldn't sleep over for school. She used to have like one person go boil her egg and one person go fix her hot cocoa. So we make sure that we're both awake, because then we're gonna go sit down and watch cartoons and da 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 da. And she wanted to make sure we were totally awake. So I remember one day she told me to fix her hot chocolate, and then she told my sister, bring my egg up here, because my sister did the egg. So I go downstairs to make the hot chocolate, and I looked and I was like, well, shit, there goes some hot water right there. I poured that boiled egg water in that coffee cup. I mean, in that coffee cup. And I took it upstairs to her, and she took a sip of it, and she spit that shit out in the sink, and she go, where did you get this water from? From the egg, it was already hot.
Oh my God.
It was like, don't you go make some more hot water, bring me some hot chocolate. And then I was like, what's wrong with that water? And she was like gagging. She was still over the sink gagging and spitting out her mouth. And she was like, the egg comes out of the chicken butt. She said, I was like, oh. she put it that way. The egg comes out of the chicken's butt.
That is too cute, Ronnie. That is too cute.
Like, oh, here goes some hot water here. Okay. Strictly, I remember that was my grand aunt or my grandma. She's like, you get in trouble if you didn't hold the cup. wonder I'm like this.
Yeah,
Ever
that's true. Yep,
took that cup?
yep.
As a matter of fact, if you ever took that cup without the saucer, you get in
Oh,
trouble.
you better go
Okay.
back and
And
try
if
it
you
again.
ever touch the mouth of the cup, the rim of the cup, you get in
Yeah,
trouble. You best believe you better have that handle. Touch that handle if
yep.
you're passing anything. It was a big thing. They'll look
Yeah.
at you like you killed somebody. I'm
Hmm.
saying.
It's true, Perry.
Yeah, because
It's
back in the
true.
day, we like my grandmother. She used to do coffee 24 hours a day. Always some coffee. Heat the coffee up. She had the old percolator kind that you put on the stove and stuff. And whenever
Mm.
somebody come over, oh, fix so and so some coffee. And how many spoons of sugar you want? You want any cream? And you take it over there to them with a saucer. You better not. No. You better not just carry no cup of coffee across the room.
Mm-mm.
Okay, not Miss Maggie May. You better not listen. You disgracing the family. Okay, listen. I know all about that, and I keep sauces. I got piles of sauces just because, and I don't even drink. Like, I'm a tea drinker. I don't drink coffee, but I don't even drink tea as much. Not as much as my husband do. But I just feel like anytime I make some tea, I got to have my salsa. I got it. It got to
You
set in
better.
place. It got to set in place. I can't just sit there and just make a mug and just walk around with a mug in my hand.
Right.
Mm-mm.
I gotta
Mm-mm.
sit down. I gotta have it either it's on my nightstand or it's on the table, in table somewhere out there in the living room or somewhere. I got to have that whole effect.
And I have
Otherwise,
to go ahead. I'm sorry.
no. Go ahead, Ronnie.
And like if I'm drinking another type of drink and another type of glass or cup or whatever, I have to have me a coaster. Even if I'm
God.
even
Yeah.
when I'm
Yeah.
drinking outside on my little patio, I have my coaster. It's like
You
I
bet
can't.
not put no doggone glass on my end table or my coffee table. What?
I'm
They
having
better
that
get you
problem
yoked
too
in
now.
Newbieville.
Well, that get
I'm
you
having
yoked
that
all the way
problem.
up.
I'm going through a whole thing right now. I can't even talk about
Mm-mm.
With
it.
coasters.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It's depressing me. Okay.
Oh, no, you better put a coaster
Telling you.
down.
It's enough.
Mm-mm.
It's enough to drive you crazy.
I cannot. Because, like, aren't you thinking about the rim? Aren't you thinking about the circle that you're going to leave there?
Right.
Why do that so you got to go clean up after? Why not prevent that from happening? You
Girl,
know that it's going to leave a mark. You know the circle is going to be there. Why not put the
Exactly.
coaster down before putting your cup
And
or
who's
your
to say
bottle
I'm gonna get
down?
to that water before it makes a stain?
yeah.
You
It's
better
like
put your doggone coaster down, child.
do you know how many
You
times
make everything bother you. Everything is a bother. Everything.
Yeah.
You're going to have
Yeah.
this. You're going
I
to
get
have. And I'm
tired of
like,
being that person, man. Like
listen, I ain't never tired.
I get tired of hearing it, but I ain't tired of doing it. But I get tired of
Right.
I
hearing that.
just
Like
go.
I'm that
I
person.
just
Like, nah, man, no. I have a certain way this house is run, a certain way it's gonna be run that way.
you're going to go mess
Period.
my furniture up just because you want to be lazy for a few
Right.
seconds or a
yeah,
minute.
and you know how many times I be watching my husband, and I guess he be like, oh, there she go again, and I'll watch him, and if he set something down without a coaster, I don't even say nothing no more. I just watch him to make sure he ain't gonna do it, but if he does do it, I just pick up a coaster and go pick it up and put it
And
under his
put it
dresser.
on there, yep.
And
If
like
I
Yep.
do it too many times, I'm throwing that coaster at you.
Or even with the
I'm serious.
kids.
look,
Even with the kids around y'all, I don't like do not sit Indian style on the chair. I hate that. Do not
Girl.
on the dining room chairs.
or
I
on
mean,
the living room sofas, right?
oh no,
Do
no, no.
not walk. I call it wearing out the chair. Do not wear down my chairs like that. Our chair, I say my a lot. Maybe that's
Uh-huh.
why they feel a certain type of way. Don't wear it down like you wearing it down. Over time, it's gonna have certain sinks in it. It's gonna have certain
Yeah,
wrinkles. We have leather. We have handmade leather. Like you cannot do that. Like, and then he like,
I think we
so
all have problems.
this is the thing. So I tell them to lay down and take a nap, right? Sometimes if I'm working, because I work at home, I'll tell them to lay down in the living room so I can hear them and just lay down and take the nap. Oh, so they can lay down and take a nap on the couch, but they can't sit up how they want to in Indian style. No, it's different. If you laying down on the couch, yes, everything is flushed out. It's not wearing nothing down. I don't know. Maybe I sound foolish, but if you put it in Indian style, you're imprinting.
You're putting more pressure.
More pressure.
I don't know.
I don't like when people plop down on my furniture.
Oh, do not. You better not.
I think we all have
streams or something.
This doesn't sound good on a Sunday. We're awful.
Okay, so here's my thing. Okay, so I'll fold my husband's shirts, have his shoes organized properly, and then I tell him a million times. And then he'll take his shoes off and he'll leave them in front of his nightstand. And then, like, I go make the bed, and then I'm tripping over his shoes that he had on yesterday. And he wouldn't got another pair out of the closet. And then, like, I got to search through the empty boxes to see which is the box that these shoes came out of, because he wears a different pair of shoes every day. Now I got to search through these boxes. And so I tell him, listen, when you take your shoes off, leave the box on the bed. So he does that for about 2 days, and then he comes up with his own plan. He's not going to stack the boxes on the empty boxes in the boxes, because the thing is, it would be easy if he pulled the whole box out, and but he don't do that. He'll lift up the like 5 pairs of boxes and then pull it through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, why just pull the whole box out and it'd be on top? No, but no, you want me to hunt through all these goddamn boxes? Oh my God. And then so he start putting boxes on the other side where the shoes are just laying outside of the box. And now he has 2 piles of boxes, and then he'll put them on top of the empty box. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to leave him to his own devices. So it's been about 7 days. And then this morning he's standing at the closet. Oh, I'm looking for these. I was like, get it how you live. I said, I told you, get it how you live. You love talking about. I said, no, I told you to put your shoes up. When you take one pair out, put them back in. But no, you won't do that. So I'm leaving you to your own devices, so you find your shoes. You ain't had this problem when I had the closets, keep the closet clean.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, and he just couldn't say nothing.
Girl, how about this one around it? We had a lounge chair in our master bedroom. I took it out because I noticed, wait a minute, this lounge chair is starting to look like a laundry basket. Wait a minute, pull up. Cause see, I have this rule. You can't, like, we coming from out, we went somewhere, went to the store, went to the mall, went anywhere. You cannot come in here and lay on my clean bed.
No,
absolutely not.
With your outside.
We're not gonna do that.
So what he was doing was he would take the clothes off, throw them on the laundry chair, and put on his round the house clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So it started hauling. I'm like, wait a minute, no. And then he like, oh, wait, you can't fold it up. I fold it up. We're gonna move this laundry chair out. And so now we don't have no laundry chair because you're not going to use this as no escape way where it's just piles of clothes. Days go by and then like, no. And I'm sitting here looking at you and I'm like, okay, I wonder when he going to do this. And I mention it and I'm like, when are you going to put your clothes up? Like, and then I go on strike and I don't want to do it. Then it piles up and then I get mad. I'll stop talking to him and, why you stop talking to me? Did you look at the laundry chair? So I say, okay, to eliminate all that, let me just go ahead and move the whole laundry chair out, push it out there in the living room. Now we don't have the problem no more.
Right. It's Mr. and his socks. I don't know what this dude's deal is with socks, but now he's doing it. We're going through this right now. I swear I want to choke him. he'll gather, because I noticed, like, okay, good, I haven't found socks on the floor. Great, groovy. No, he takes his dirty clothes and go put them in the washer until the washer is full. And that's so, I could not get him to understand. I don't want to dig. If I have to go say I got to wash a load of towels, the washer full of your dirty socks, I don't want to dig all that crap out of there or have to. That's not a hamper. And the killing thing is, y'all, the washing machine and the dryer and the utility room, the hampers are 5 feet away.
Oh Lord!
So please make that make sense.
Come on, Mister. Come on.
Now
put them in the hamper. Come on.
We have our own hampers. He has his hamper, and he will take and it has wheels, so you can just roll it. It's easy to roll. It got big casters on there, and he will take his clothes. And why is it that 100% of the clothes never make it all the way in? Why is it?
I hate that. I hate that, Ronnie. I absolutely hate that. Oh my gosh.
Oh God.
It really, like, I'll be
good.
That's really in my household is about how I'm trying to operate it in here.
Yes.
That's just it. That's just it.
And they make you feel like you're being their mom by saying, "Don't do that."
And it makes you feel like I'm their mama.
I don't
right. And I'm trying to tell I'm not trying to be your mama. Can you do what you was doing when you was trying to get me? Because when you was trying to get me, you was doing all this and I'm talking about.
Like why one pants leg hanging out the goddamn hamper? You couldn't make it all the way. Oh my God! Why one sock hanging over a hamper? Like, get the fuck out of here!
Why is the pants rolled up? Why didn't you take the foot, pull the other foot out?
Why is it quarters in my washing machine?
Empty their pockets. You're triggering me right now, Ronnie. Ronnie, don't do that. Don't do that, Ronnie. Don't do that. You're triggering.
And listen.
The amount of quarters I got in my washing machine right now.
It's not a big thing, but have you ever experienced this? You sat down, you folded all the clothes, you put them in all the drawers.
Girl.
Somebody comes around looking for something.
Girl.
Moves everything like they weren't folded up in the drawer. They toss everything aside and oh, here is the shirt. And then
yes.
Everything else in the drawer is. And I'm like, did you see me sit for hours here folding all the laundry and putting them away?
How long it took me
I almost want to show you what I did last month. Straighten out his, because I don't go in his dressers unless I'm putting things away, and then I'll pull everything out,
it up in his toss,
fold it back. This is what I'm dealing with right now. I'm dealing with the same thing you're talking about. Dealing with it right now.
And
right now.
I went to put some shirts, his t-shirts away, his folded t-shirts and polos away. And girl, I opened that drawer and I was like, fuck it, I'm not refolding this shit.
Oh, listen,
I had to refold it because I wouldn't have been able to fit anything in there. I was like, oh my God.
I went through the strike too, and then after a while, I get weak, and I can't deal with it because I'm putting clothes back in there on top. I can't do that. Like
I feel like you're disrespecting me. That's how I feel.
Exactly what I said. I said you can't even respect the fact that I'm sit up here and fold this stuff. Well, I was looking for XYZ shirt. Well, this is what you do. Lift the bottom of the shirt. Lift the bottom of that shirt. Lift the bottom of the shirt. You ain't got to. Oh my God. It's like
it makes me feel like I'm just always walking around being miserable. I'm not. I just want some order. And they're still in the drawer anyway. It's not like I'm not going to go back and take what I want. No.
Yeah, but they still
lift the stuff.
When I'm
take
doing
your time, lift them up.
Laundry, and I got to put the laundry back in. Take whatever.
I think Connie's sound is messing up.
And make
I don't know. And I give up.
The UPS guy comes today with a new pair of shoes. And I said, look, you're gonna have to get rid of some of them shoes in that closet. All these old shoes you're not wearing, you're gonna have to get rid. Oh, he finally. Now I've been telling him this for about 2 years. He refused to get rid of anything. He refused to get rid of any t-shirts. He refused.
Mhm.
You're gonna have to get rid of some of these old shoes. And now he's like all aboard. I was like, then because he wanted to show them off to me, I guess. But he was all happy and stuff. But I was like, okay, as long as he said yes, I ain't gonna push it and keep on talking.
No, but you know what I do, Ronnie? Things that I know he has not used. Well, of course, his shirt, his grandmother 9 nights. I'm not going to touch that one, and I'm not going to touch his suit that he wore to her funeral. I'm not going to. But things that I know that he did not touch for like 2 years and not touch. I'm not talking about work clothes. He got a whole dresser of work clothes. So yes, I'm going to go and sift through that, and I throw it away. Don't even tell him. He don't even miss it.
And that's what I'm gonna start doing. Because I've been tempted to do that so many times.
I've been doing it little by little, but
you just throw this shit away because he ain't gonna look for it.
You can't do a whole bulk of throwing away. You gotta do it little by
little. That's why I was like, I'm gonna just throw 2 shirts away and like get or down. I mean, it's just ridiculous. These dudes have so many clothes.
But you know what? To be quite honest, though, if you're gonna throw them out, I'm gonna think about it a little bit different. How would you feel if he did that to you? Let's flip it around. How would you feel if, because this is where the mothering part comes in, where they say, "Why you keep acting like you're my mom and doing this?"
Okay.
How would you feel if you haven't worn something for a while and in your mind you're saying, "Oh, I'm trying to lose some weight first, so I can wear this dress again," and then he comes through and throws it out? Come on.
I got
He can't do it to me because I do it to myself. That's why I know I do it to myself, for myself. Because if I haven't worn something, I'm gonna give it away or I'm gonna throw it away. I'm just not, and it's like I'm not gonna be Jay Wilson and have a whole closet full of clothes that I can't fit. Talking about I'm gonna lose weight and then the clothes be 10 years out of style. Well, by the time I lose weight, no, I just don't do that. I used to do that. Have a whole lot of stuff in my closet that I couldn't wear and all this type of stuff. I give that shit away. I don't have time for that. I need to have order. I got to have order.
Right. And so that's what I did when he was like, "You got so much clothes," because we actually have a walk-in closet.
Look at what Strictly says.
We actually have a Strictly, stop it.
But not like Uppity Show this morning.
Yeah, we actually have a walk-in similar to what Miss Rhonda has, you know. And we have a whole standalone dresser in there, you know. And so he was like, "Listen, you taking over the closet because you got to remember we have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Remember I told y'all."
Yeah.
And we have kids. So we have the standalone dresser in there with the kids, some of the kids stuff in there, some of the kids stuff in the main bedroom. And they have a dresser in my main bedroom too. And so it's like, what in the world? He's like, "This is too much. You got too much stuff and you're not even wearing it." So I deliberately went through it, put things away. We put things in barrels and sending his sister go carry a shop. So like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Listen, anything that I have now, I can fit. So
yeah, I do that from time to time. I go through my
things
stuff.
that it was really like, I kept my wedding, like what I wore, not really a wedding because we got married at the courthouse, but what I wore there, you know, like different looks, like, you know, my high school.
Your sound is messing up.
Like different things. I'm keeping behind, but
your sound is messing up.
Oh, wait a minute, hold up. Can you hear me now?
Keep talking.
Yeah, so I'm saying the things that I got rid of, I packed them down in barrels and sent to his sister in Jamaica.
So that's declutter.
Yeah, but he refuses to, so I keep throwing away little stuff here and there. I'm not.
Okay. Well, you're okay. You can do it. So you answered the question pretty much. So he
Mm.
had a problem. You fixed it, and he's not fixing his. So you keep throwing them out. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so
Especially, I
that's
do
why
that
I can
too.
say for him to do that because I do it myself. It's not like I'm asking him to do something that I wouldn't do.
I'm due a clean out right now. I need to go through some of my stuff and throw stuff out, donate stuff and whatever. So I'm due to get that done. Hopefully I'll do it by the end of this month. No, I won't be able to. I got to do it sometime next month. Maybe next month end because I got a lot going on. I'm moving around right now. But you have to do that often. So because you take stuff in, you got to remember to put stuff out. You can't keep taking stuff in the home and
Yeah,
not remembering to get rid of stuff.
and if you don't open your hand to release things, you're not gonna have, your hands are gonna be too full holding on to things to receive something else. So
Right.
that's how I look at it.
And I don't like clutter. I really don't. I'm pretty much a minimalist, to be honest. I don't like a lot of stuff around me. I like seeing space and I feel better. I feel more at ease that way. You know,
You know
I don't
what?
like too many stuff around me.
I used to back in the day, I used to be a butthead. I used to like smoke weed and I would like it was like I could go through everything in my place like a blind person and know where exactly everything is. I didn't have to think about it. I just knew intuitively where everything was. And when you get someone else living with you and they pick up something and they don't put it back and then you go to get it and it's not there, I have a oh it makes my it almost make my head like
Yeah.
I go to get a screwdriver, especially my tools and stuff. And I go to get a screwdriver, or if I go to drill something in where's the drill bit? Where's the bit that goes in this slot? Girl, girl, it makes me almost want to pop a lid. Yeah, I
Now
don't
that
know.
part I
It
don't
was
have a
over there.
problem with the
I don't
tools and
know.
things like
It
that.
was
I don't
over
have a
there.
problem with that. But it's just the clothes and just the every living stuff.
Well, you
I
know,
cannot.
I do crafts and I'd be, creating stuff and this, that, and the other. And, like it's a thing with me. So I don't want to have to go looking for something when I'm already about to work on something. When you got it in your mind and you pull your toolkit out, you pull out this, whatever you need, and then you open it up and you got to hunt the house down because you have no idea of knowing where to look for the shit in the first
Mm.
place because it's supposed to be here in the toolkit. Girl, mm-mm.
Oh my God.
I have that fight with my son because he's growing his hair out. So I have that fight with combs and hair products. Like, what in the world? I'm here about to wash. I mean, the shower. Literally, I know my shampoo and I know my conditioner is supposed to be
I'll put my jacket on.
somewhere. It's supposed to be in the little shelves in the shower. Get in there. All I see is face cream, face cleanser, and doggone conditioner. Where is my shampoo? I'm in the shower at this point, and I'm screaming to the top of my lungs, "Bring my shampoo!" You know, and then looking at me like I'm crazy. No, there's nothing crazy about what I'm saying. Bring my shampoo. Then I get out the shower. Done got the shampoo. Somebody to bring me the shampoo. Done got the shampoo done. The conditioner is done. Everything detangled. You get out there. I got my leave in. I got my girl cream. I use cream, not custard. And I'm looking around for those things. Then where that at? Calling my son. Where my such and such at? Let me go look. Come and bring it back. I told you if you use something, bring it back. Use your stuff that I bought you. The stuff that you asked me for. Where is it? I don't use it all. I don't use so that's why your hair be looking white and flaky when we be going out in public. That's why your hair be looking white. Because you're using too much product. You use too much product on your head. Then now I gotta have that for man. Everybody like I'm crazy. No, bring my stuff back. When you borrow something and without asking me, at least make sure it get back in my room.
You got a
Y'all,
lot, girl.
I
He
just,
take my denting brush. He take my tangle teaser. He take everything. And then I had to scream. I'm so glad them kids on. I took them well, that
You
was not
breaking up?
this last week, but the week before. I took them to South Carolina. Child, took them right to my mama. Took
You
them right to
breaking
my
up?
mama.
You breaking up, Connie?
Can you hear me now?
Keep talking.
Oh yeah, I said I'm so glad. I'm glad, but I feel guilty. I have that guilty aspect. The kids are gone. I took them to my mom, um, because I'm working 2 jobs now for the summer, and took them down there a couple weeks ago. And so I kind of missed them. I kind of miss all the noise and stuff. But man, I really needed that break. I ain't gonna lie to you. I need that break.
And it's
Well,
good
you
you
know
got
it's only
somebody.
for the summer, so you should be okay. You'll be
It's
fine.
good you got somebody who's able to give you a little break as well.
Yeah, but they so far away. Anything happen, like they so far away. It's 16, 17 hours away from me.
It's natural for you to worry about your children, Connie, but at the same time, they have to be in capable hands for you to have sent them there in the first place.
Yeah, Carrie. I'm telling you, we was on our way back home. I had a panic attack in Jersey. I
Oh,
had
you
a
cried,
panic
girl.
attack. We had to stop on the side. I didn't even know what a panic attack feel like until that girl. I'm telling you, I was sticking my head out the door, out the window, and my husband, he just pulled over like something not right, something not right.
It's
I was
because of the
hyperventilating, my
attachment.
chest, my heart, everything was just going up. I had a literal panic attack.
Let me ask you something. Did your mom have you go by your grandparents when you were younger?
Oh yes,
Were you okay?
yes.
Okay. There goes your
Yeah, because my
answer.
mom does that's how my mama raised me. I'm the only girl, so she always tagged me along with her to go to like she loved to visit like the older folks in the family and stuff and go and check and see on them and stuff, sit down and talk and they talk tell their little stories and different little things about reminiscing or whatever.
Your
But
children will
people
be
tag
just
me
fine.
along. But yeah, I know they in good hands, but it's just a simple fact. My kid, this their first time being
They
away
lived.
from us.
You lived, and they will. That's what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
You lived. You had to adjust and everything, but you are fine. And the same thing is gonna happen to them. And I'm pretty sure, you know, they're in good hands. But it's a thing that you have to be without them for a while. That's what gets you anxious and stuff. But you'll be
Yeah,
fine because you know it's not forever. So that should
I
hold
mean,
you. You know.
we used to spend the summers with like both my they lived in two neighboring states, only like an hour apart from each other. But we used to spend all our summers with both our grandparents, and that was like every year. And then we like was looking forward to it because it's a whole different experience from
Yeah.
being around your parents and building that relationship with your grandparents and doing
yeah,
different things you don't do at home.
I
So
yeah.
they
loved it.
enjoy it too.
Yeah, see,
I
the better
loved it.
part of it is that she has a big yard, front and back. She has a pool. She
Oh,
can, we have much family down there, like where we live at, like where we live at, is no family around really like that. The closest family member is like an hour away, and we really just be thugging it out just with us. So
Yeah.
with them just going down there. I know it's good, but that we call them, we'll FaceTime them, and they be like, "I want to come home. I want to come home."
Oh.
Not in the morning. I don't have my purpose in life. Like what the world? I just can go straight to work. I don't have to drop nobody off the daycare.
You don't have to cook.
I feel
You don't gotta cook for your
horrible.
husband if you guys don't feel like eating,
Listen, we
cooking
don't even know
tonight.
what to do with each other. Like we listen, we don't even know what to do. We had some little fun last night, and went out and stuff, but it's just different without the kids. It just
Yeah.
feels funny. Like it feels funny. Like so this morning I woke up and I'm like, such and such, don't do that. Get off that chair. And my husband was dying laughing. I said, oh, no, don't get on the iPad. It's too early in the morning. No. And he was like, girl, you crazy. No, I have to keep them. Listen, this is how it would be. Like, we was really missing them. So I had to do that for him to make him laugh. But I don't know. It's just really weird not having them here. It's really weird.
All right, ladies, I'm gonna jump back in the chat. Newbie done fell asleep on us.
No, I'm back here. I was trying to link my games to 2 devices, and I have deleted my progress on both games.
Oh my God.
I am sick. Do you know how much money I spend buying extra bonus points and crap on it? I am so sick right now. I'm about to make myself a drink. I cannot believe I did that.
I've done that before, and I don't even buy points when I was sick. So I could, buy extra bonuses and stuff. So I can imagine. Oh my God, I was like level 600 and something on one game, and I was like, oh
the
my
best thing to do is
God.
not think about it for too long, because you know you can't get it back and it's gonna hurt more. Just keep thinking about it.
And then when you think of them levels that you were stuck on for damn near a month or a couple of weeks, and it was like, oh, I finally got through that level. You never thought you was going to get through it, and you just shot yourself and got through it. Yes.
See, that's why I only put my money into the home decor apps, because I know what I'm going to get. I know what I'm going to keep, and that's it. Home decor. That's what I put my money in. I don't put no money in nothing else.
I'm sorry to hear that, newbie. I know the feeling. I know.
You're gonna
cry.
Yeah, but it makes no sense because you can't get it back.
Right.
You don't live in it for too long.
I will spend the rest of the week trying to catch back up. I'm gonna put it down.
Upset.
Ooh, I am sweating and everything. Y'all want a drink? I'm going to make me a drink.
Make you a double. Have one on me too, newbie.
I haven't had a drink in months. I'll probably do some.
I've been drinking all afternoon. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I've been feeling kind of good.
Chatty Connie.
I've been feeling kind of good. Listen, I got the
baby right there.
Listen, I've been feeling kind of good. Listen, I don't know, Ronnie. I don't know.
You said you had fun last night. I believe you, girl.
Girl, we were swinging off the chandeliers, honey.
Swinging off the chandeliers. You only live once. And them kids coming back home, make the best of it.
They will be right back mad at each other. Oh, you ain't did that. You ain't did that. You ain't did that.
Y'all, you need to also use this time to spend as much time as possible, with him. Do stuff that you didn't have.
Well, that's my goal, was to kind of rekindle because we had 3 babies over the last 3 years. So, and then we have a 14-year-old. So it's like a lot of distance have been between, like, even with the sleeping arrangement sometimes. With the little babies, they'll jump right in your bed. They don't care it's a crib over there. They'll jump right out that crib when they get old enough, and they'll jump right in your bed.
Girl, you gotta be careful about that. You don't want to create too much distance from your partner.
But that's what's been happening. That's what's been happening. Like, that's what's been happening. Like, they just take over. Like, sometimes I find myself on the edge of the bed. In the middle of the night, I'll go and sleep on the couch, or he'll go and sleep on the couch, because too many people in the bed. You got 3 babies in the bed. Everybody jumping in the bed. So,
these things ruin relationships, girl. It may seem cute. I know it's a whole family thing, but girl, you gotta have that nice cuddle time with each other and stuff, intimate moments. You gotta be worried about the children and stuff.
No, I know. I know,
girl.
Carrie.
That's all I gotta say, girl.
I know. Listen, I know. I know. So
Mm, I know.
Well, all right, ladies, I'm gonna jump back in the chat. I'll be in the chat.
Okay, Ronnie Q, I appreciate you for coming up as usual. Thank you so much.
All right, it's been nice talking to you
Yeah, it's
guys.
been really good talking to you. Like Strictly Platinum said, you guys are venting today. We were talking about all the stuff we didn't like and all of that. It really was. It really was. We share a few similarities. I think newbie's up at top 10. Maybe Ronnie's at an 8. Connie maybe at a 9. Carrie maybe at a 4 or 5. I've worked so hard, worked so hard to tone it down. So, and I'm pretty happy about my where I am at right now, because it gives me less headaches. I don't get as anxious like I used to and stuff. So it's been working. I feel good about my progress. Ooh, Connie dropped down. Let me drop the link again. I don't know if something happened with her device or something. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Connie fell off, and Newbie's still worried about her game. Newbie's trying to get her app right. I'm sorry, Newbie. I feel your pain, okay? Newbie's on mute. Connie, if you want to come back, the link is in the chat. But you know what? We started off the discussion talking about, the father and, the wedding that was coming up, and, if he was in the right or wrong for not wanting to pay the bill, to foot the bill for the wedding. We moved on from that to entertainment, where we're talking about John Amos. We were talking about what's the name of that comedian, and we were all over the place. We got down to the point where we're talking about stuff that drives us crazy. In the home, we
I'm
started
back,
talking
Carrie.
about OCD. You're back. We started. Okay, we were all over the place, and the conversation was good. You know, sometimes we need to vent. Sometimes we need to talk about stuff that drives us crazy. And you know what? Sometimes we're in a relationship and you don't want to feel like you're overstepping your bounds with, the man. You don't want him to feel as if you're acting like their parent, or you find issues with everything they do. But for some, I don't think they know any better. And you got to do what you got to do to show them. You just have to do it, because some of them, they don't know nothing different. Some of them, they grow up, they got their moms doing everything for them, so now they're out on their own. They expect that same type of thing, or they want to do stuff how they want to do it. But
Mhm.
I want a little bit of organization and a little bit of structure. That's my thing. I grew up being in a disciplined type of space and stuff, and yeah, I'm older and that's how I am. I can't change, I cannot.
There's definitely compromise to be had on both ends.
That coaster thing kind of hit my spot. I'm still thinking about it.
Oh wow.
I bought coasters and stuff, so it is what it is. That drives me up the wall. It really, really bothers me, and I don't know why. But I'm like, but it's gonna ruin the furniture. It's not like you're doing it one time. You're gonna do it tomorrow. You're gonna do it the next day. If
Mm-hmm.
you continuously do this every day, what is eventually gonna happen to my furniture? Are
Right.
you also gonna clean the spot when you're done? It doesn't even matter if the table is glass. It doesn't matter. You're not cleaning it. And why make a mess when you can avoid it? That's just my thing. It's always been my thing. If you can avoid doing something, why bother putting yourself in the position to make the mess, to
Right.
create the problem? in the first
Preventive
place.
maintenance.
I can't do it.
It's crazy to me, but you know what's weird? If I have an off day and I don't clean up, everybody want to know what's wrong with me. Well, what's wrong with y'all for the rest of the days when I'm doing all the cleaning? Damn it!
And I hate the pointing fingers thing. Oh, you're always doing that, and you're always doing that. So why don't I don't. It gets to me sometimes,
Yeah, you seem upset about that coaster,
Yeah.
but I get it. Well, Carrie, we have held you hostage. You said you were leaving 2 hours ago.
Yeah, I'm about to go too. I enjoyed you guys. I really did. I like the intimacy of the smaller chats. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys for clicking the link and sharing. And I appreciate those who are in the chat. Also those who shared my live. I appreciate you also. And for the mods, thank you so much for dropping down. I appreciate you. And a lot of people are listening. Well, some people are listening and they're unable to comment. But thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate that.
Exactly. Well, thank you for having me, Carrie, and thank everybody for listening to my crazy story and giving me some advice on that. And as far as this game, while I was making my drink, I came to the conclusion that maybe God is trying to tell me something because I can blow a whole day playing games. So that's just one less game that I have access to because I'm just not even going to start over. I can't do it. So
you need some time.
Right.
Yeah, you probably need some time, but don't stress over it too much though, because you got to remind yourself it's only a game. You invested a lot of time and stuff in it too, but you can do it again. Just take some time.
Yep, I think I'm about over it. I'm not going to let that wear me out. It was jarring, but I think I'm pretty much past it. It's because it's not a darn thing I can do about it. So why?
Do you play Candy Crush?
I used to.
That's happened to me. That is why I'm telling you it's okay. At the moment that happened to me, I have never played it since.
Baby,
it's been at
Candy
least
Crush
years.
literally made me break a phone. I was so mad at Candy Crush. I was so frustrated about something. I threw my phone and it hit the wall and my phone shattered. I haven't played Candy Crush since. But I love word games and merge games.
Oh, cool. What's the bet? Give me a good word game. What's the merge game though? What's the merge game?
I'm sorry. You merge. Okay, there are two different kind. Lord, I'm gonna have to send you some links, Carrie, because we'll be here all day me telling you about these things. But
is it like they give you picks and you're supposed to put both of them to create a word, something like that?
On the merge game, on the word games, you have the different kind. They give you scrambled letters and you make words from it.
Okay.
Or they give you so many letters to use and you just make words from it. And the more, like, if you make words that they don't have on their list, you get bonus points from that.
Okay.
That
sounds cool.
Wordscapes is my favorite one.
Let me see if I've played that one before. Because my grandma loves doing those. Hold on. I had to put all of these on her tablet. Wordscape. Did I have this one? Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I've had that one. Okay. Okay. Wordscape.
The merge games. My favorite one is called Merge Magic. Because you merge things together. Some of them have two, or some of them you have to get three, but you merge the things together and they grow into something else and you end up creating villages or cities or,
Merge Magic. Okay. Okay, there we go.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, girl, it's been fun talking to you. I was supposed to leave a couple hours ago. It always happens, but guess what? I still always have fun, so I don't mind,
Right.
I appreciate you for coming up, newbie.
Thank you for having me. Have a good day. Bye, Carrie. Bye,
Same
chat.
to you. Bye, newbie. Okay, I want to say thank you so much to TC HBCU Queen for coming up. I also want to say thank you to New Biology for coming up. Thank you, Ronnie Q. Thank you, Connie, for coming through. I appreciate you. Thank you to the mods. Thank you to everyone who typed in the chat today. We were all over the place and I enjoyed the conversation. I enjoyed the company and I like the intimacy of the smaller chats. Kaki had said it earlier on that if we were talking about trash and mess, that the chat would be full. But guess what? I like it like this. You know, sometimes you're going to have the drama, sometimes you're just going to have your regular conversations, and it's okay. You know, some of us are here for different reasons. I'm here to chill and enjoy myself, and I appreciate the conversations and stuff and the feedback from the chat and all of that. So I much appreciate that. And the conversations were good. I appreciate the input from everyone who typed in the chat. Vibrant was here earlier on, Sweet and Low, Strictly. There was somebody else that I remember saying something. The State of Being was here at one point. Rochelle. Well, everybody. Heat wave passed through. There are quite a number of people. I can't remember all the names, but I really do appreciate you guys for, being a part of the conversation. And you didn't have to click the link, and you did, and I appreciate it. Connie, I appreciate you also for coming up. And we have our different experiences, and we're able to share. Some of you were able to share also, and I had fun, having a conversation with you guys. I'm going to go get some work done. I appreciate you all, and I don't know when I'll be able to come on here. I only come when I can. Um, Hopefully I'll get some time, to start coming live as I used to. But for right now, I can't. So what I do is drop in and watch, like some of the people I like when I can, but I can't come live as I used to. Hopefully soon though. Okay. I've been really busy and I've been up and about, to be quite honest. I'm out and about, literally out and about, and having fun with it. All right, guys. I will see you when I see you. Have a wonderful rest of the evening. Happy Father's Day to those who are fathers and who are here. I appreciate you. Hope you enjoy the rest of your night or whatever activities you had earlier on. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Keep being you. And I will see you when I see you. Don't know when, but whenever I can, I'll get back on here. Bye.